Good evening everyone and welcome to the Valley Stadium here in Redditch for tonight's Evo 6 Southern Premier League match between Redditch United and Slough Town Football Club. We are Rebels Radio. My name is Adrian. I'm brought to you today by MyFootballClub and the Slough Sound Supporters Trust, who are joint sponsors of this venture. Joining me on the microphone here today is the chairman of MyFC, Mick Newton. Mick, hello, good evening.
All the way from sunny Leeds, and it's pretty cold down here, but nice ground. Quite a bit of a slope from our right down to our left, so I don't know whether we're going to be playing uphill or downhill first half. We're in the main stand.
Hold on, you're missing the main thing. You're a Leeds fan, correct?
Yes.
Mr. Celino, or whatever his name is,
yes.
Cellini, whatever your chairman. Thoughts, please. Come on, get to the football nitty gritty tonight. No musking around. Come on.
I was hoping you wouldn't mention it, but
I'm sure you were.
Yes, we've had a manager for 12 matches, so he's now been sacked, and we'll get a manager for another 12 matches. Can we move on?
No. There you go. For those of you that don't know, Mick, not only is he from Yorkshire, but he's a Leeds fan, and he's also a Slough Town fan, so joint pain for him whenever it's a Saturday or a Tuesday. We will just run through the teams with you for a second. We're a couple of minutes late. Our position tonight has been fun to get to, let's just say the least. We've had to try and climb over barriers to like 20 foot high up to try and plug a cable in, but we're all up and running, so we're all here in the end. We'll bring you all the action from tonight's game as it happens. We've got a really good view, apart from I've got one big red pillar blocking the goal to one side, so Mick, you might have to do some work tonight.
You've got me blocking you on the other side, but
no, almost. And if you do want to contact us, you can contact us. If you're a member of MyFC, contact us through the Matchday chat, or if not, you can go onto Twitter, which I'm trying to load up now, and our our handle? I don't know what they call it, but it's at MyFC Rebels Radio. You can tweet that, and
I believe it's something like a handle, isn't it? I
is
have
it
absolutely
handles?
no idea how it works or anything, but
yeah, a couple of changes.
I'm not supposed to know how things work at my age.
There's one other game tonight in the Southern Premier League. That is Hungerford versus Chesham. I do believe there is a rumour going around that Adam Martin tonight.
Oh.
Yes. Whether it's true, I don't know. It's
just a rumour at the moment.
Just a rumour at the moment, as they say.
Just want to know if anybody out there has got a spare manager they don't want for 12 weeks for Leeds.
Sure. Also, tomorrow night we've got quite a full programme. And tomorrow it's Biddeford versus Frome, Biggleswade versus Kettering, Chippenham versus Weymouth, which is a juicy clash, third versus fourth in the league there. We've then got Dorchester versus Poole, which is normally a big game that's viewed. That's 7th versus 2nd. Dunstable versus St Neots, Histon versus Kings Lynn, Paulton Rovers versus Merthyr. But tonight is the night that we're all concerned about. What I'll do is I'll run through the teams with you. I'll start with the home team, Redditch United. They play in red shirts, black shorts and black socks. In goal is Josie Vega. 2 is Kyle Haynes. 3, Callum Flanagan. 4, Max Loveridge. 5, Jim Mutton. 6, Will Richards. 7, Troy Baker. 8, Jamie Osborne. 9, and captain is Daniel Dubitat. 10 is Jamie Molyneux. 11 is George Carline. The substitutes for Redditch tonight are Luke Shearer, 14, 15 Matthew Ferron, 16 Daniel Swan, Josh Morton is the sub-goalkeeper wearing 17, and Cameron Young is wearing 19. For the Rebels today, there is a slight change in 2 of the positions. Slough will be playing in their away kit of purple shirts, purple shorts and yellow socks, and the reason I've been told to tell you it's yellow socks rather than the normal purple is because purple and black are a bit too close, so the referee likes them to wear yellow so that it's a distinction between the legs. There you go. So not only do we give you live commentary, but we also give you absolutely useless information. What more could you want on a Monday night apart from watching Doc Martin?
Oh, hang on, you give us useless information on a Saturday and a Tuesday.
Oh yeah, you always get used to it.
To be fair.
That's true. So for the Rebels today, Mark Scott is in goal. 2 is Sean Fraser. 3, Paul Stonehouse. 4 is Guy Hollis. 5, Dan Hicks. Dan Hicks captain tonight. 6 is Ryan Hope. 7 is Lewis Putman. 8, Declan Benjamin. 9 is Charlie Empire. 10 is Scott Harris. Stop tickling me, you miserable Sorry. 11 is Warren Harris. Substitutes for the Rebels. 14 is Adrian Sear. 15 is Gherkin Gockman. 16 is Charlie Strutton. And 12 is Lee Rumbold. The referee for tonight is Christopher Kidd, and his 2 assistants are Jonathan Price and Kieran Dolphin. What a lovely name.
He must be the young lad.
But how do you know that? Just because he's got the name Dolphin or Kieran?
He's just sort of young name. Kieran's a young name.
God. Someone bring someone else back.
John Porter.
John Porter, the original Rebels radio person,
to annoy us, which he's managing to do quite
successfully. He's put cake in the air, and if you see him, I ain't exactly got a lot of air to put cake in. But there you go. So we're a couple of minutes away from kick-off. It's quite a sparse evening. They do actually get quite decent crowds here at Redditch. I just don't know where they are tonight.
Well, there's about 12 behind the goal to our right. There's the same number on the far touchline where the 2 dugouts are. There's 2 behind the goal away to our left, and we can't see underneath in the main stand. We're above the main stand where the bar is. I haven't a clue when he's down there. About 15 according to Mr. Porter, which probably means he can't.
Yeah. So have you finished boring everyone? Everyone's asleep now.
We'll count them in a minute.
Oh, God, blimey. No wonder Coronation Street gets high viewers, isn't it, eh? Right, so once Mick's bored you to death, the ground here it looks like it used to be like maybe an old style football club. Behind the goal to our right, there's quite a gap before you get to the actual barrier, so you're not close up to the action. And behind the other goal, you've got a little bit of standing area, but it looks quite derelict. And I believe they are trying to do some upgrades here, but apparently the council upped their rent. Apparently, so there's a little mouse in the background being cheeky. But anyway, we shall bring you all the action as the game starts. We're a couple of minutes away, and we're just admiring the view tonight, aren't we?
Yeah, it's not a bad little ground. It's it's in the middle of. At least there's a sign when you're going up the road, unlike a lot of these.
Which we actually the Slough coach driver actually missed that sign.
He missed that sign.
Yeah, because he came the opposite way. There's only one sign.
There is,
and it's from the wrong direction that we were coming. But
and it's just a little gap between 2 houses. But when you get down there, it sort of opens out into this sport complex. Behind us, there is another training pitch. And when I was talking to the guy earlier, he said sometimes they have junior training behind us as well.
But I think maybe John Porter's been using this computer because
somebody wants to talk to
we've got
us.
someone called Anna. Anna wants to talk to us. If the football gets boring, I think we might just go on that.
I think I'll leave that to you, mate. I'll leave that to you.
Yeah.
Mick's already got a dicky ticker.
Yeah,
doesn't need another one.
The Slough players are just below us, waiting with the referee, just waiting for Redditch to come out. So we're a little bit late starting at the moment. So our apologies for that, but we will be kicking off in a second. If you do have any questions, come through to us, and we'll try and answer a few things. So I think the team news is that Mr. Sear is feeling a little bit unwell.
Right.
Which is why Ryan Hope has come into the team, and I think Scott Harris is more a tactical placing in the team because he's a bit more physical rather than trying to run. And you can hear as the 2 teams come out here, led by the referee, Mr. Kidd, with the 2 captains, Daniel Dibbidett and Daniel Hicks. 2 Daniels, there you go, look as captains. Even more useless information that we can give you. They're just lining up in front of us. There is I don't understand why, but apparently I think that must be Flanagan's. We're in 12 already. So whether there is a change, the second one from last is wearing 12. So it looks like there may have been a slight change to unless someone's nicked the Redditch number 2 shirt.
Probably have.
He might have scored a goal and thrown it in the crowd, and then the blokes just ran off with it.
Well, there was, as they were warming up, somebody from the Redditch side was limping off slightly. So I'm wondering if he failed a late fitness test.
But he wouldn't take his shirt with him, would he, Mick? He wouldn't take the shirt with him, would he?
Well, unless the team's been named and it's too late to change, there's a possibility. So he may have had to drop out, and they only have 4 subs.
So Redditch,
we'll see if somebody limps out shortly.
Yeah, Redditch are doing a little huddle, a little team talk, whereas the Slough players are just kicking the ball around. The goalkeepers tonight Goalkeeper tonight, Josie Vega, is wearing a green kit. Unusual for a goalkeeper. Stop pointing at people. I understand.
That's the
I'm
one.
talking.
Sorry.
And then Mark Scott is wearing his stewarding outfit. He's in all orange with matching orange boots to go. Because I know you love that when we do football.
Looks like
You're not
a
here,
tango,
right?
man. Looks like he'd go down and tango somebody, which he's just about to do.
So
the guy Hollis.
the
I was
ref-
just about to say
go on then.
the guy who was limping off has limped across to the far dugout. So I'm just wondering if that was number 2 who's been replaced. Thank you.
It's all right, don't worry. No wonder people keep turning off in droves. The 2 captains are just with the referee now. They're just doing the toss-up now just to see who's going where. And like I said, there's not many fans here at the moment, is there? It's just a little bit sparse. They're just starting to build up on the far-hand side. And we are a little bit late kicking off, so we hope that it all kicks off in a second. Not literally kicks off in a second, but just the football. So they've decided, and Slough have decided to kick from left to right, which I don't think is the normal way that Redditch like to play. So Slough will be going down the slight slope.
We're playing from right to left.
That's what I meant.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I was
Sorry for correcting you, but
it's just
we're actually playing from right. We're playing downhill.
left to right.
Right to left.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
God. Now someone's
It is a
taking
bit slow.
photos now. It's even worse. So
Mark Scott is going to the goal on our right.
yeah, all right, we've got it.
The
They're
Redditch
shooting right to
goalkeeper's
left. I'm
going to
joking.
go on our left.
Just chill out, mate.
Sorry.
Just chill out and
Okay.
relax.
Right,
The
it's been a long day.
football will start in a minute. It's going to be Redditch that will kick off the start of this first half. Just waiting for the referee, Mr. Kidd, to blow his whistle. He's just busy counting. Is he going to get there? Are we going to get there? Come on, Mr. Kidd, start the game. Start the game. Oh, he's just checking. Oh, what's he waiting for?
He's 4 minutes late.
Come on, mate. Yeah, he goes. He's finally got it started. And Redditch have the ball on the far-hand side. They've just kicked that one out of play just by the away dugout, and it's out for a throw-in. And Sean Fraser will take this throw-in for the Rebels. As it's flicked through to Empire. Empire flicks the ball on towards Scott Harris, but the ball's been brought out by Carline. Carline out to Flanagan. Flanagan bringing the ball out, wearing this number 12 shirt that is causing so much fuss. He's got a good chance. He's closed down by, I think Dubidut's just gone down in the centre of the circle there, and he's just gone down. No one near him. He's still down at the moment. Slough take a long kick with Mark Scott up towards Charlie Empire. Well done there by the Richards, the centre back, and they'll play it back to Mutton. Mutton comes across to Flanagan. Flanagan's chased down by Scott Harris. Ball's played forward. Dubidut seems to be better. So challenge there by Hicks, and Stonehouse can't keep it in. I think Dubidut's going to be coming off. He's down on his. He's squatting at the moment. I think it's just a knee or an ankle thing.
Yeah, there didn't seem to be anybody around him at all. He just went down, got up, managed to get ahead of him.
He's going to
He's
jog on.
limping about.
He's jog on. he's going to try and run it off. So it's a throw in for Redditch, just in front of our commentary position here on the halfway line, taken by Flanagan, taken towards Carline. Carline down the line. It's cleared by Ryan Hope, and Richards clears it for Redditch up the line. Hollis first to the ball for Slough, but it falls to Osborne. Osborne's got plenty of time to turn and play the game. He was running the game at the home game. Lovely ball there, looking for the run of Troy Baker, but Baker was offside, and Slough will have a goal kick. But Jamie Osborne, Mick, at the first game where Slough lost 2-0, was absolutely the centre of the team. He orchestrated everything for Redditch, and Slough will need to close him down tonight.
Yes, they do. There was a lot of space on this right-hand side, but fortunately he wasn't watching what was going on, and he was caught offside. No excuse when you're the last man. You can see right across the line.
Mark Scott going to take this free kick for Slough. Every single player apart from Mark Scott is in the Redditch half. Long ball aimed towards Charlie Empire. Empire flicks it on. Putman can go across and get that. He's up against Richards. Tries to get across in. It's come off the defender. It's cleared by Redditch. Only as far as Empire to Stonehouse. Stonehouse shoots. It's in a Redditch player, and it's out for the first corner of the game. And Slough have the first corner, which Lewis Putman will take on 2 minutes. And Slough just sending forwards Dan Hicks. And just got to be careful because Redditch's got a couple of players up from this corner. It's going to be an outswinging corner from Lewis Putman. Just waiting for it to come in. Putts to take. puts a good one into there. Vega tries to get it, he doesn't reach, and fortunately for Redditch, it falls down to Carline. Carline gets to the ball before Benjamin, but it's balls with Warren Harris. He's trying to flick the ball over the top, well cleared by Mutton, and Redditch still have the ball. Benjamin up there, he's got the ball to Warren Harris. Warren Harris on the far right hand side, up against Carline, turns into danger, back to Benjamin. Benjamin's trying to hold the ball off. He does well to keep the ball. Good play by Benjamin. Through to Warren Harris. Warren Harris just tackled there, and Redditch can bring the ball out on this far hand side. Benjamin in close attack. Dan Hicks, good tackle there by Dan Hicks. Does well to win the ball. And Slough play it back. Oh, and Mark Scott's just shinned that one. He's taken his eye off that one, and it's a throw in for Redditch on that far hand side. And
I think that got a bit of a bobble, to be fair to him.
Yeah, but he still shinned it. So it's a throw in on the far hand side. They've taken it quickly towards Molyneux. Molyneux back, gets the cross in. That's a good cross. Stonehouse does really well to defend that one with Baker at the back post. Putman just a long clearance down over the head of Flanagan towards Empire. Empire can turn, and he gets tackled there, but he plays it into the path of Warren Harris. Warren Harris has still got the ball. He's just overrun that one, and Loveridge can bring the ball out for Redditch to Carline. Carline immediately closed down by, and then the ball's played to. Oh, the plays the ball to Jamie Osborne. He's closed down by 3 Slough players. The referee says that that's a foul.
Yes, quite right.
And they've kicked it straight away at Declan Benjamin. The referee says play on, and Slough weren't turned on. Flanagan can bring the ball out for Redditch. Chased down by Charlie Empire. Plays it back to Mutton. Mutton brings the ball to Osborne. Osborne's trying to dictate the play to Flanagan. Flanagan on this near hand side. Back to Baker. Baker closed down by Stonehouse. Cuts inside. Plays the ball in, but well spotted by Guy Hollis. Long ball straight to MP. MP's challenged immediately by Max Grosgoat. Oh man, that's a soft free kick there. The referee's given away. It's a free kick to Redditch. Charlie Empire judged to have fouled, and Redditch bring the ball out with Osborne. He's again closed down by Slough, and it's on the far hand side with Haynes. It's come off Warren Harris and it's out for a throw in. And Slough looking quite tigerish would be a good word.
I think that's an excellent word. They are really getting stuck in. They're not letting Redditch settle on the ball, and that's a good thing for us.
Throwing on the far hand side, it's headed clear and then kicked clear by Sean Fraser towards Putman. Putman holds off Loveridge well. He's got the run of Stonehouse on this overlap. Stonehouse does well to keep the ball in. He's closed down by Baker. Cuts inside, looks back for Ryan Hope. Hope looking for the ball over for Charlie Empire. It's been cleared there by Mutton. And good play there by Osborne to Baker. Good play. And Putman's got to do some work here because Stonehouse is up the field. Hicks comes back for Slough. Chases the ball down and he kicks the ball down the line, and it's Stonehouse can't keep it in. It's out for a throw-in.
Good start for Slough.
Okay.
Throwing on this near side.
Osborne with the ball to Loveridge. Loveridge plays it down to Baker. Baker will just try and turn. He's going to try and get the ball into Dubbydut. Dubbydut does go well to get another touch. He's got a great chance. Oh, and he's just put it over the top. Lovely footwork by the Redditch captain there. He went past a couple of players, evading the challenge in the box, and he's just lifted the ball over the bar. Great play by that captain there.
Well, I think he should have done better. Left foot, right foot, beat a couple of defenders there, and it wasn't necessarily an open goal, but if he just gently lifted it over the keeper, there should have been a goal up. But
I don't think the pitch.
Now look a little bit. No,
I don't think the pitch is the best tonight. So, and
well, I think when that throw was given around the far side, Mark Scott, I think it bobbled there for him as well.
Yeah, long goal kick by Mark Scott towards Scott Harris. He's climbed above there, but the ball comes to Benjamin. Flanagan clears for Redditch, and Hicks under a bit of pressure there from Dubbydut. Stonehouse does well to come back for Slough and cover, and he immediately plays the ball down the line, but only as far as Baker. Baker can kick the ball in for Redditch, trying to attack the Slough penalty area. Puts a lovely cross in, and it's evaded both the players, Molyneux and Carline, in the Redditch there in the Slough box. Balls with Flanagan. Flanagan puts the ball over. Well cleared by Hicks this time. And Slough will try and relieve it, but Osborne gets the ball back for Redditch. This time as far as Haynes. Haynes goes back to Mutton. Mutton looking for the long ball over the top to Carline. Good touch by Carline, but it's well run by Hicks. Hicks will bring the ball out for the Slough. He's just trying to play the chop ball over the top. Scott Harris will have to chase this one. And Haynes on this near hand side goes back to his goalkeeper Vega. And Vega gets a decent touch of the ball. And he's just taking his time here. He still hasn't kicked the ball yet. We're waiting for him. He's got all the time in the world. Long ball up. Ryan Hope underneath it. Gets the ball. It's flicked on towards Molyneux. Hollis comes over for Slough to head it on. Carline for Redditch. And then Hollis just Waited there for the bounce, just eluded him. Fraser's flicked the ball on, but they can't get it down. Falling back to Fraser. This time he hits it off Carline. And Warren Harris has it on the far side, just crossing the halfway line. Good challenge there by Carline on that far hand side. And Carline still bringing the ball away for Redditch. Goes back to Loveridge. Loveridge going out towards Haynes. Haynes will try and play the ball down to Dubbett, just on the edge of the air, trying to back flick it. But Fraser comes across, and Slough got to be careful playing that ball across the floor on the box in the penalty area. And great flick on there by Guy Hollis towards Empire. Empire with Warren Harris on his outside. He's got Scott Harris in front of him. Scott turns, he holds the ball up. But it's back to Empire. Empire can bring the ball forwards to Slough. He's just outside the penalty area, waiting for the overlap on the right hand side by Fraser. Fraser's going to do well to keep that one in. He plays it off. It's cleared by Redditch. And it will fall to Molyneux. Molyneux, can he keep it in for Ridge? He can. He's done well on that far-hand side. Gives the ball to Carline. Carline immediately closed down by Ryan Hope. Plays the ball down the line. Good ball to Dubidat. Closed up by Benjamin, but Dubidat done well to keep the ball in. He's done well for Redditch. Plays the ball into the mid-centre for Loveridge. Loveridge can bring the ball forwards. He's not closed down. Looking for Baker, but well spotted by Stonehouse, and Stonehouse relieves the danger for Slough. Plays the ball up for Scott Harris. Scott Harris has got two players round him. He's lost the ball. And Redditch worked well to get the ball back. It's back to Osborne in that centre circle position that he likes so much. Plays it out far hand side to Flanagan. Flanagan back to Osborne. Osborne got time to look for that killer pass. He's going to play it forward. He does well to find the ball to Molyneux. Molyneux playing ball. He's run it over the top, but he's got the run of Flanagan on that far hand side. Putman's out of position here. Flanagan gets the ball in low, and Dan Hicks with a fantastic sliding tackle. And he did even better not to put that in his own net. Good defending by the captain for Slough.
Excellent defending. We have harassed in this first few minutes. We've harassed them. We haven't let them settle on the ball, and it's noticeable tonight that our passes are actually reaching players with purple shirts on for a change.
Redditch take a short corner. The ball's with Haynes. Haynes puts it onto his left foot. Maybe not the best of choice, as he's hit that one high and wide. And again, you would maybe think that the pitch here isn't aiding anything. Apparently there's a goal in the game. Hungerford have scored already, so it's Hungerford 1, Chesham 0.
A lot of games on a Monday night.
Yeah, not much happening. Twitter's a little bit quiet today.
Well, there's a few matches, but
do you want the Stoke Swansea scores? I know you love the Premier League, don't you?
Well, I can't. It's Saturdays I get annoyed because
is that because Leeds would never ever reach the Premier League?
No, it's because I want to watch Match of the Day and not know what's happened.
Okay.
So how's Stoke and Swansea going?
Ball's flicked on by Empire. Empire's flicked on this down for Warren Harris on that far hand side. Good defending by Redditch. Cleared the ball, but only as far as Ryan Hope. Hope plays the ball into Scott Harris. He's immediately closed down by a couple of players. Does well to turn, trying to put the ball into the path of Warren Harris, but good defending again by Redditch. And this time Redditch first to the ball. They can bring ball out with Molyneux. Molyneux out to Baker, but Stonehouse does really well to win the first ball and play good ball out to Putman. Putman's immediately closed down by two, but Putman's still got the ball, but he's played the ball in, and Dubidat's got to get the ball first for Redditch. Good play ball into the middle. Molyneux's too far, and Slough got to be careful because Redditch has got an extra man. Ball's with Molyneux on that far inside. Puts it onto his right foot. Good defending by Sean Fraser, and it's out for a Redditch corner.
It's noticeable when that came across, there were 5 defenders in the box there, which from recent weeks we've had 2 when and they're both pointing at each other saying, pick him up, oh it's too late, it's in. So the defending is a lot better tonight. That's probably commentator's curse coming out there, but we did defend rather well there.
Yeah, so corner on the far hand side for Redditch, which Jamie Osborne will go and take for Redditch United. It's just going to be an in-swinging corner. This one's poor. It's not got past the first man, and Putman tries to clear the ball out. Redditch looking for a penalty there, but the ball's still with Osborne, just on the edge of the Slough box. He gets it onto his right foot. He's like he's going to shoot. It's blocked. It's in the penalty area still. Slough clear through Scott Harris, only as far as Haynes. Haynes to Mutton. Mutton plays the ball, and it's a little bit short. And Sean Fraser does well to win the ball. He's bringing the ball up to Putman. Putman's the furthest player forward, and then plays the ball forward for Fraser, but not into his path, and it's out for a throw on the far hand side. And the ball's played to Richards on that far side, looking for the long ball over for Dubidat, up against Hicks. Good play there by Dubidat, heads it, chests it into the path for Molyneux. Molyneux out towards Baker. Baker, just the ball's overrun there. He's up against, good overlap by Flanagan. Good save by Mark Scott there, having to come in low to save that ball. And Stonehouse can clear for the Rebels. Scott Harris beaten to the ball by Mutton, but it's out for a throw-in.
Good defending by Stonehouse. He waited, he looked, and he didn't panic, and then he cleared it down the field. Okay, it didn't go to a Slough player, but it was much better defending. You can tell he's from a higher division. It shows.
Stonehouse throws the ball, flicks on to Empire. Empire to Scott Harris. Scott Harris looking to release his brother Warren on that far hand side. Flanagan comes over for Redditch, plays the ball out of the boat, and it's a Slough throw in just by the halfway line. Sean Fraser going to go over to take this one. Is he going to leave it for Guy Hollis?
That was a good run from Harris.
Yeah, he's going to leave it for Hollis. Hollis is just going to try and put a little bit of pressure on for the Rebels. Long throw, aimed towards Empire. Empire just beaten to the ball, and Slough will have a throw about another 20 odd yards further down the pitch.
Sensible, very, very sensible there.
Yes, not many Slough fans made the trip up tonight. There was 15 on the minibus, and a few have driven up as well. So thrown on the far hand side, Guy Hollis to take this one. He's about 5 yards away from the Redditch penalty area. Just waiting for the long throw. It is a good long throw. Hicks is up. Hicks flicks the ball on. It falls to Putman. Putman shoots it across. And I think it's Mutton that it's hit, and it's hit him on the foot. It's actually, with Jim Mutton.
I'm not just sure he knew much about that.
How he's not put that in his own net is
that could have
good defending. And Slough have a corner out of that. Lewis Putman will take the corner for Slough. Being out swinging corner for the Rebels.
Now we're going to get the usual. Everybody runs.
There's no hokey cokey tonight, though. This one's played in deep. Vega makes yet another hash of it. Yes, called the hokey cokey. Hokey, as in the dance. The ball's cleared by Redditch as far as Haynes. Haynes inside his own half will look for the run of Dubida, who seems to have shaken off that injury. He's closed down by, it's Baker, I'm sorry, but Stonehouse does well for Slough and does even better to play the ball off Baker and wins a throw for the Rebels.
Excellent defending from Stonehouse. He watched the ball all the way there. Well deserved. We got the throwing out of that one.
So it's going to be a long throw by Guy Hollis. It's just level with the Slough penalty area line. Aims again long towards Empire. Beaten to the ball by Baker. Hope clears for Slough. The ball's easily picked up there by Haynes. And Redditch have the ball with Baker. Baker this time gets the better of Stonehouse. He's got Dubida on his outside. He's just looking for someone else to give him a hand. Poor ball in. Well won by Hollis. But it's won by Haynes. Haynes plays the ball into Loveridge. Loveridge just got time on the ball. Gives it to Osborne. Osborne immediately closed down by Benjamin. Plays it back to Mutton. Heavy touch by Mutton. Charlie Empire wins the ball, but Mutton just got a touch to that. And Slough just chasing the ball back, but Redditch doing well to keep the ball. Good possession play. Molyneux plays the ball forwards looking for Baker. And Stonehouse gets to the ball first. Putman plays the ball down the line. Loveridge first to the ball for Redditch. Then back to Haynes. Haynes back to Mutton. Mutton just plays the ball down for Dubida. Dubida chesting it into the path of Baker. Good play there. And Stonehouse does well with a challenge. Puts him in the corner. And good challenge to tackle. And it's a throw in. And it's a quick throw there by Baker looking for Molyneux. Molyneux up against Hicks. And again Stonehouse comes across. This time he's given away corner. And it will be a corner on the near side to Redditch, which Osborne will again go over to take.
We're not giving them chance to settle on it at all.
Got to be careful of the short corner. Short corner to Molyneux. Molyneux has given it to Osborne. Osborne wasn't closed down. He's going to put a decent cross in towards the far post. It's headed down. It's come off Charlie Empire. It's a corner on the far hand side. Redditch having a good spell of possession here. And Osborne will go over to take yet another corner for Redditch.
Yeah, they
apparently, according to John Porter, it's the fourth corner of the game.
Defended very, very well.
Their fourth corner of the game. So it's going to be Osborne again. This time it's going to be an in-swinging corner. He'll want to do better than he did the last time where he couldn't beat the first man. That's good into the danger zone. And Slough clear through Benjamin. Up to Putman. Putman's the furthest one back. Just going to nudge in the back there. Gives it back to Stonehouse. Stonehouse smashes that one down the field to Ryan Hope. It flicks it on into the path of Warren Harris. But good challenge there by Flanagan. And he's actually cleared it out of the grounds. As one of the world's... Is that a bird or a giant moth? It's all right. Don't worry, it's right, you missed it. Don't worry, you carry on.
I missed what?
You missed everything. Don't worry about it. Slough will have a throw just on the halfway line. And they're going to again leave it for Guy Hollis to take the long throw. And the gap between where Hollis is taking the throw, everyone else is standing on the 18-yard line of the Redditch box. There's no one standing in the middle. Long throw by Hollis. Aim for... It's come through to Warren Harris on the far-hand side. A little appeal for a penalty there, but Redditch cleared the ball well. And they've booted it long, and it's a good chase here for Hicks up against Carline, but Hicks does well to win that first ball. Plays it down the line, out for a throw on the halfway line. Redditch take it quickly, looking for the run of Dubidat, and Hollis asked for Scott to come across, and he didn't, so Hollis has to put it out, and it's a throw-in on the far-hand side. Slough just looking a little bit disjointed in defence.
Just a little bit. I'm not panicking at the moment, but could be commentator's curse, but they're still defending very, very well.
Yeah, thrown on the far-hand side for Redditch. Again, Osborne with the throw. He's aimed a long throw-in, and that's Mark Scott's. He caught it at the second attempt there, but he was lucky there wasn't a Redditch player, as he's fumbled that first one, but he's got the second one, and he's got time just to slow the game down a little bit. And Slough would want to try and get back into this game. Redditch been the better of the teams in these first 19 minutes of the game. Long kick by Mark Scott up again towards Empire, but won by Carline. It'll fall to Fraser. Fraser into Hope. Hope to MP. MP, lovely little touch. Good play there to Scott Harris. Scott Harris a chance to get it on the edge of the area to Hope. Hope, good challenge there, and I think that Haynes has hurt himself, but Redditch bring the ball out, looking for the ball up to Molyneux. Good play by Molyneux. Tackle by Hicks. Good challenge by Hicks, and now Molyneux's down on the ground as well. I think Hicks maybe just trod on his toe. Ball down the line for Slough. It'll come into the centre of midfield where Scott Harris will pick the ball up. Plays it to Benjamin. Benjamin out to Putman. Putman not seeing a lot of the ball. Gives it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse on this overlap. Running at the Redditch defence. He's running at Haynes. And it's well blocked, and Vega does well. He's almost. The referee said it's a free kick anyway, but Vega looked like he dropped that one as he was stopping to go for a corner, but the referee said that Scott Harris maybe fouled him.
I think Warren Harris made him drop it. I think it was probably a fair decision for a free kick. He's thrown it 10 yards further forward than it was, bless him, but it's what? Swansea 0, Stoke 1 apparently.
Yeah, because Mr. Porter's watching the game from the inside and the out. He's watching the game on the box. Benjamin with the ball for Slough. He's played into a little bit of danger. Plays it back to Mark Scott. He's got to be careful. Molyneux chases the ball down. It falls out to Baker just inside the Slough half. He can bring the ball forwards. Plays it out to Dubidat. Dubidat on this right hand side gives the ball back to Baker. Baker plays it off Ryan Hope, and Yedda is it out for a corner or throw? It's a corner. And again, Osborne will go over for Redditch to take a corner. Slough just got to be aware of the short corner routine again. This time I think Osborne's going to go long. Slough just got to defend this corner. Osborne with the outswinger. It's a free header there, and it's been headed away there by Sean Fraser, and he'll do well to clear the ball. He's chased down by Dubidat. Plays it down the line. Putman's up there with Haynes, and he does well. It's with Flanagan. Flanagan goes back to his goalkeeper. Putman's run literally 50 yards chasing this ball. It comes back to Vega. Vega plays it across his goal, out towards Flanagan. Good play by the goalkeeper there, but good run by Lewis Putman.
It was. He didn't give it up, even though it went out to the keeper, and he forced him to clear it. Well done on Lewis.
Yeah, ball's played forward by Redditch. Up towards Molyneux, but it's out with Carline for Redditch. And he does well to lead a couple of tables. Put the ball through for Molyneux. Molyneux just getting into the yard. Plays it across the goal. Oh, it's just too far in front of Baker. And Baker does well to keep the ball in for Redditch. Good play there by Redditch. He's going to put a cross into the box. And another header this time by Molyneux. This time it's over the bar. And Slough will be relieved again. They're getting caught a little bit here.
Yes, that was probably the worst one. If the cross had been a little gentler for Baker, he would have been on the end of it, and it was an open goal, but fortunately he just hit it a little bit too hard. We have to just be careful of that, but we've defended well, we've attacked well, and although we haven't commanded the midfield, we've not lost it either. So I think we've done very, very well so far.
No, I think I'd like to see a bit more of Ryan Hope in this match. He's not really got into the game here, as Scott takes the goal kick for Slough. It's a long one, aimed for Scott Harris. Scott Harris does well to flick the ball on, and the referee says that that's a foul by Scott Harris, and he just looks wondering why it's a foul when it's a 50-50, but
well, I think both of them jumped for that one, and it was unfortunate. I think because it was in the Redditch half, he gave it to Redditch.
Richards with the free kick for Redditch. Well volleyed clear by Stonehouse up towards Scott Harris. Scott Harris does well to control the ball, cuts inside, looking for the ball across for his brother Warren on the far hand side. Warren Harris does well, plays the ball down, looking for the run of Empire. He's up against Flanagan. Flanagan does well to come across. Goes back to his goalkeeper Vega, chased down by MP, and he's done it again. He's gone back across.
Yeah.
He goes across the back as the player comes down. The ball's with Hope. Flicks it through to Scott Harris. Scott Harris just on the edge of the penalty area. Plays out to Warren Harris. Warren Harris got the chance to cross the ball in. It's a little bit too long. Putman does well to keep the ball in the penalty area. And this time it's cleared by Loveridge, and Baker can bring the ball out for Redditch. He just goes past Benjamin, playing the ball forwards, but well spotted by Stonehouse. Stonehouse can bring the ball forwards for Slough, crossing the halfway line. He's just got caught there. And
yes, I think that's definitely a free kick.
Yeah, and
Bang on the halfway line.
I think maybe I think Stonehouse is complaining a little bit, but maybe that might have been worth a yellow card because of he was attacking. But Slough again being caught out when Redditch bring the ball out from the back.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 people around the ball. Benjamin standing there bending over doing his socks, and he needs to be a little bit closer to the action. He's playing a little bit too deep. Ryan Hope will take this free kick for Slough just inside the Redditch half.
Benjamin's look a little bit lost, isn't he, there in midfield, turning round and wondering where he should be.
Hope plays the ball in up towards Hicks. It's flicked on the far post, which Flanagan can clear for Redditch. Long clearance. Hollis underneath it for Slough, up against Dubidat. Hollis just sticks a leg out, comes to Benjamin. Benjamin to Fraser. Fraser down the line, but Carline wins it for Redditch. Loveridge down the line, and good play here by Redditch. And Hollis will clear for Slough with a high ball up into the sky. Flicked through Scott Harris up towards Putman. Putman's just looking for a bit of place. He gives it to Hope. Hope comes out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse has got very little options. He's played a ball in, which well won by Richard for Redditch. And Carline plays it through, and Fraser does well to win the ball back. Warren Harris has now got the ball on that far-hand side. He's got Fraser on the overlap. Fraser up against Carline. Carline, good defending. And this time plays it to Molyneux, but Slough defending with Warren Harris. Good defending by him. And this game just starting to live a little bit. Hope into Benjamin. Benjamin can turn. That's what he's good at. He's just got challenged there. Flicks the ball into MP. MP's on the far-hand side. Puts a cross in. Mutton comes across for Redditch. Clears that ball. And Carline does well to keep the ball in on the far-hand side. Fraser does well to win it. It comes through to Stonehouse. Stonehouse immediately closed down by Baker. Goes past him. Looking for a run. Gives it to Ryan Hope. Ryan Hope just 25 yards out. Gives it to Putman. Putman on this left-hand side. Turns. Trying to get the ball into the box. Gets a cross in the end. It's come through all on the far-hand side. It's come off a Redditch player, and Warren Harris has just got to make sure he gets that first. He's just got to push in the back there. And Slough win a free. It's cheap foul to give away, that is.
Yes, it was. I mean, the ball was going out anyway. It was going to be a Slough throw, but there was nothing to be gained from doing that. Fortunately, we've now got the free kick on that far side, some 25 yards away. 25 yards inside their half on the far side, and we've got a nice little free kick coming. Yeah,
and both Putman and Hope have gone over to take this one. I think the managers of Slough are asking Benjamin to get just to the edge of the box, just as that's where he scored on Saturday. So even Ryan Hope's left it. They're going to leave it for Putman. Putman to take this free kick for Slough, puts it into the area. It's well won by Richards. And it's cleared by Baker down the line. Stonehouse up against Dubidat. Dubidat does well to win the ball. Keeps it in. Good play by Dubidat. Ball's played forward there by Haynes. Not the best of boys out of play, but good play by Dubidat to keep that ball in. And it's a throw into Slough, just underneath our commentary position, which Stonehouse will take. And Stonehouse looking a very good player here. Long, lovely little throw up towards Empire. Empire flicks the ball on. And it's cleared by Mutton. This time the ball's with Ryan Hope. Hope's trying to flick the ball on for Scott Harris over the head of Richards. Richards does well to win that first header. To Warren Harris. He's flicked it into Scott Harris. Scott Harris just on the edge of the area. He's closed down by Richards. Takes it off his foot. Well, Richards does well to come back. Across the line to Flanagan. Giving it away to Warren Harris. Warren Harris flicks it in to Putman. Putman to Empire. Empire's got the ball back to Putman. Putman just on the edge of the area. He's just driven wide there by Haynes on that close side. Hits it in low. Cleared again by Redditch. And Stonehouse is beaten to the ball by Dubidat. Gives it to Baker. Baker does really well to run with the ball there. He's brought the ball down well. Looking for the run of Molyneux. Molyneux up against Hollis. Hollis, good defending there by Guy Hollis. And looking for the ball cross, but bit of a waste of a ball forwards. But good defending by Guy Hollis. Yeah, there were at least 2 Slough players caught offside running back. But very, very good defending from Guy Hollis. He read it well. And we've got another offside there. Thank you very much. Yeah, Mark's got just going over to get the ball there. And Slough just been under the cosh a little bit so far for these first 27 minutes of the game. Yeah, I think they probably have, but they have defended well. Redditch have had a couple of chances, but nothing too spectacular. We have played extremely well so far. Yeah, long kick by Scott. It's flicked on by Empire. It's come out towards the area. It's cleared again by Carline. This time it falls to Fraser. Fraser into Scott Harris. Does well to hold the ball off to Warren Harris. Back to Fraser. Puts the ball in. But no one in the box. It's fallen to Empey. Empey heads it. It hits Mutton. Doesn't fall to Richards. And it's flicked on. And Hicks has made a good challenge there to win the ball. Stonehouse wins the ball for Slough. Plays the ball forwards. Scott Harris up against Flanagan. It's won by Flanagan. Heads it into the path of Carline. Carline down the line looking for Molyneux. Up against Hicks. And Molyneux does well to sell Hicks a dummy there. He's got the chance. He's got to put it onto his right foot. He has a shot. Oh, and he fizzes that one over the top of the bar. But he sold Hicks a dummy there to get an extra couple of yards on him and cut inside and fires the ball over.
Yes, I'm afraid he did. Dan Hicks was left him for dead. Probably should have hit the target and didn't. Fortunately he didn't, but it's still 0-0.
Yeah, and we have played 28 and a half minutes here of this first half here at the Valley Stadium. It does remain 0-0. And Slough just defending a little bit cautiously at the moment. Scott will take this goal kick for the Rebels. Long ball aimed again over to Empire. Empire can't get the ball. It's out, straight out for a throw-in. And Redditch will take it with Flanagan on the far hand side. Long throw up, flicks on, and a little back heel flick there by Hollis. Ball's one through to Scott Harris. He flicks it into the path of Putman. Putman's a bit 30 odd yards out. He's looking for the run of Empire. Does well, and it just caught Empire as he played it through. Runs into the hands of the goalkeeper Vega. And
just need a little bit more support up there. Would have been okay.
Yeah, Vega takes a long kick aimed towards Baker, but Stonehouse wins that challenge. It's out for a throw-in on the halfway line for Redditch, which Haynes will take. Plays it into Osborne. Osborne closed down by Benjamin. Back in towards Haynes. Haynes towards Dubbidat. Dubbidat does well. Gives the ball to Loveridge. Loveridge plays the ball out to Flanagan on that left-hand side. Down the line for Carline. Carline up against Sean Fraser. Sean Fraser does really well to not only get to the challenge in there, but wins a throw-in by playing it off Carline. And good play there by Sean Fraser.
Sometimes you look goals with you, doesn't it? And that seems to be what's happening at the moment. John's looking at the update of the score of the Swansea Stoke. It's still 1-0 apparently, as he continues to make notes in his little book.
Hollis with the long throw for Slough on the far hand side. It's well won by Flanagan. Hope wins the header for Slough, but only as far as Loveridge. Loveridge heads it into the path of Carlin. Back to Molyneux. Molyneux, poor ball given away, and Slough give the ball away, and Slough just overhitting these passes a little bit. Putman has the ball. He's got Stonehouse on his back. Tries to go past Loveridge, and that's a silly free kick because he tried to knock the ball past him, and Loveridge just got in the way. Putman's gone down.
Well, he knew where to go because Stonehouse was marked where he was going to pass the ball anyway, so he couldn't go because Stonehouse wouldn't have got the ball. We'll not argue about that one either.
No, Slough free kick again, just inside the Redditch half. Hope takes the ball. Hicks has gone up for this one. It's well won again by Redditch, and a good challenge there by Hollis, but the ball's played out to Baker on his far hand side. He can't keep it in, and Slough have a throw in. And Slough just need the midfield two of Benjamin and Hope just to try and dictate the game a little bit. I think they're doing too much defensively and not enough attackingly.
Yes.
Empire's got the ball. He does well to turn into the path of Putman. Putman's closed down. He's got two players around him. And someone's just saying he's got all players all over him, but it's Redditch win the ball. It's a throw in by Haynes. Ball's down the line for Dubbidat. Dubbidat chests the ball down into the path of Osborne, but good defending. And that is never a foul, referee. He's saying it's a shirt tug. So he's obviously seen something that maybe we haven't. But
it must have been on our blind side because we certainly couldn't see it, and it certainly didn't seem to affect the Redditch lad at all. Didn't seem to hold him back.
Yeah, Dubbidat's had the ball inside the box. He's up against Hicks. Comes out to Baker. Baker with a cross in. It's just over hit. Warren Harris can clear this on the edge of the Slough penalty area for Slough, and he's bringing the ball forwards, which is much better rather than just booting it forwards. Crosses the halfway line. Plays the ball through to Empire. Just plays it behind him, and it runs through again into the hands of Vega, and Slough just not getting some fluidity or tempo in their game at the moment. Ball's with Osborne. Osborne's come deep for Redditch to pick the ball up. To Loveridge. Loveridge with a heavy touch, but still has the ball. Plays it to Haynes. Haynes closed down by Putman. Back to Osborne. Osborne trying the turn. Turns Scott Harris. He plays the ball across to Richards. Richards with the ball. Time to bring the ball forwards for Redditch. Slough just trying to pin him in. Ball's played over for Dubbidat. Dubbidat as well to head the ball into path of Baker. Baker on this near hand side up against Stonehouse. Cuts inside, plays a lovely little ball in for Molyneux. Molyneux can't keep the hold of the ball, and Dan Hicks does well to win the challenge. And Hope can bring the ball out for Slough. He hits it straight at Haynes down the line, and it's kept in by Mutton, who hooves a long agricultural ball down. Stonehouse first to the ball. Benjamin comes in for Slough. Wins the first challenge and does well to elude 2 challenges in that centre. Brings the ball out for Slough with Putman. Putman just lets it run onto his left foot up against Haynes, but Haynes does well to win. Oh, and that's a judge.
Yeah, he pulled him back. He pulled him back, unfortunately. I think he'd lost possession. Lewis, he knew he had, and he pulled the guy back. He's having a whinge at the referee, but I do think that was the right decision.
I think Redditch should just run in across the path of the player as they're making.
Yes,
as they're making a run.
Yeah,
and that's how they're defended. Long ball over the top. W that wins that first header. Stonehouse with lovely control and just inside the penalty area, and then clears the ball long for Scott Harris up against Mutton. Mutton wins that first header. Falls to Osborne. Osborne does well to turn inside that centre area. Plays it out to Flanagan. Flanagan closed down by Warren Harris. He puts it onto his left foot. Hollis with that free header. The ball will fall to Ryan Hope. Hope challenged by Osborne, and it's a Slough throw, much to the annoyance of the Redditch players inside there. They clearly thought that ball came off Hope last.
Referee had to rely on the lines on there.
And Slough have a throw in on the far hand side. We have played 34 minutes here of this first half. It does remain at the Valley Stadium 0-0 as Empire flicks the ball on for Slough. Richards comes over and boots that one out, and Slough will have a throw in about 10 yards inside the Redditch half, and it looks like they're going to send Guy Hollis over to take this long throw. A second goal. Hungerford are now 2-0 up. An own goal come off the Chesham goalkeeper, so it's Hungerford 2, Chesham 0.
I'd like to see Benjamin take control of the midfield a little bit more, and I'd like to see him get in the box when we get these throw-ins, because he's a tall lad. Could do some damage in there.
Hollis with the throw, aimed towards Empire, flick on. It's coming out to Loveridge. It's Warren Harris, and Warren Harris with a lovely bit of skill, just an overhead kind of kick there that just flies past the post, but just to the wrong side. But that's Slough's first real decent effort, not on target, but a good effort nevertheless.
It was, and Redditch seemed to be complaining about it, but that was probably a little bit of poor defending from their point of view. Somebody's still having a go at the referee about it. And I think the referee's getting a little bit fed up with Flanagan, to be fair.
Yeah, so Vega will take this goal kick for Redditch. Plays it out to Carline on the far hand side, but Fraser's won the first ball. Heads it into the path of Warren Harris. Warren Harris trying to release Empire, and that ball's just over a little bit. He's there first, and Empire's got to be careful though. He just gave a little push into the back of Richards there as the goalkeeper came out, and they played it long quickly of Redditch. The ball comes through, and Loveridge wins the ball in the centre for Redditch. Gives it to Osborne. Osborne looking for the run of Baker, but Dubberduck gets a touch, and Slough will see that out for a goal kick.
Yeah, they're a little bit formless, Redditch. There are occasions when they do put it together, and we have to watch that. But mainly, I mean, that was another example of an aimless ball. Baker couldn't get to it, and it just went harmlessly out to play, and Baker was nowhere near it.
Yeah, their home form here, Redditch, isn't actually the best. They're only ranked 18th in the league on their home form. They've only won 2 games here, drawn 3 and lost 1. And when you think that maybe their away record, they've won 4 games away from home. As the ball's played in, well won by Richards towards Molyneux. Molyneux up against Fraser. Fraser does well to get that first ball, but Molyneux's going to try and keep it in on that far hand side. He's let it go out thinking it's his throw, and it's a Slough throw.
It was fairly obvious from here, it was our throw. He's not very pleased, bless his little cotton socks.
And Slough front far hand side, taken by Fraser and again aimed towards Empire. Empire's flicked the ball up towards Putman. Putman must hold the ball up, this time to Hope. Hope plays it into the path of Stonehouse on this near hand side. Stonehouse closed by Baker. Stonehouse does well to get it in, and he shoots hard and low. And Vega does well to cover that at his near post. But Slough get their first shot on target.
Yeah.
And it's had to come from the left back.
Yes, it was a good shot. You can tell the guy's come from a high division. He's commanding that left hand side at the back.
Yeah, long kick by Vega. Hope's underneath it. Silly little foul. He's just nudged into the back of Osborne and given away a free kick.
No need for that one at all. Absolutely no need.
And Putman's just being told to move away from the free kick and come back and defend. Osborne will take this free kick for Redditch. 37 minutes gone here. As he plays the ball And I think he's trying to play it into Dabidat, and well spotted by Mark Scott there. As the rest of the Slough defence seemed a little bit... Are you kicking all my wires? That's the trouble when you get these people stand like these fans that stand by you.
Yeah.
Kicking everything.
Freeloaders just coming for nothing.
Yeah, ball's been kicked
We
out.
are talking to Mr. Porter here, the freeloader that's got him for nothing. Got a little book, he keeps writing a few notes, thinks he's important, and he's sat behind Adrian now, annoying him. And he's not sat behind me, and he's annoying me as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Redditch have a throw. It's with Haynes. Haynes throws it in. It's flicked on by Osborne. Hits Baker. Well won by Benjamin to Hope. Hope plays it into Warren Harris. Warren Harris jumps to run at the defence. He slips there. Gives the ball to Scott Harris. Scott Harris just on the edge. Comes out to Putman. Putman should have crossed that first time. He's had the chance to close it down. It's been flicked in. It's cleared. Only as far as Stonehouse. Stonehouse brings it out to his left. Needs a player to run. He's just hit the ball straight at Osborne. Does well to win the tackle there. Great challenge there by Osborne. And Osborne's down on the ground, but Osborne's Stonehouse still got the ball. He's just barged off the ball there, and the referee's supposed to be just letting that go after that other challenge. Dubbed up with the ball for Redditch. He's going to come inside on his own half, trying to play the ball up towards Carline. Well spotted by Fraser. Fraser's caught it, and then the referee's given a free kick a little bit late there, and he's got to be careful here because he's letting some of these challenges go.
It's just starting to get a little bit tasty. I think he pulled it back there because there was no advantage. So they've got Redditch have got a free kick in the centre circle. And I think he just pulled it back for that. And he's having a quick word with Charlie Empire. But
I think Fraser was the one that gave away the foul.
Yeah, and Fraser was the one who gave it away. I think he tried to away with Empire because he'd opened his mouth.
Yeah, and the referee's just having a word with Flanagan just to tell him to just keep his mouth shut a little bit there. But it's a free kick to Redditch, 5 yards inside the Slough half, which Flanagan will take. Aims towards the far side, well won by Hicks. It will fall to Putman. Putman heads the ball clear, only as far as Osborne. Towards Haynes for Redditch. He goes back to Richards. Richards trying to play the long ball down the line. Well won by Stonehouse, and Putman will keep it in for Slough. Then boots the ball over the top, but Charlie Empire not up there, and Vega picks the ball up just about 10 yards outside of his own penalty area. Flicking the ball forward, looking for Carline on that far hand side. Carline does well to flick the ball onto Molyneux. Clearly hits Molyneux on the hand there, and the referee, I can't believe he hasn't seen it. And Molyneux's actually got a shot in there, and Mark Scott's done well to save that one low to his right hand side, but clearly hit his hand, and it moved the ball a different direction, so it's got to be deliberate.
I don't think it was deliberate, but it certainly moved his hand a different direction.
Long ball forwards, Empire up against Mutton, and Redditch will bring the ball out, but Hicks comes across for Slough to win the ball. Heavy touch by him, and they're looking for the ball over the top for Molyneux. Molyneux's got a little bit of pace. He's up against Hollis. Hollis stretches and clears that one out of bounds on the far hand side, and it's a throw in, which Carlin will leave for Flanagan to take. Gives it to Osborne. Osborne immediately closed down by Sean Fraser. Plays it into Loveridge. Gets the ball back in a good position there. Osborne. He's going across, goes to Baker. Baker up against Stonehouse. Is he going to get some joy out of him this time? This time he does well. Gets a cross in, and I think he's maybe tried to shoot that one a little bit. He's gone for the near post. It's gone out of play, and it's a goal kick to Slough.
Mark had it covered, I think. He knew it was going wide. It didn't go that far wide, but he knew it was going wide. He's now going to fetch it. There's no ball, boys. That'll be a bit of added time coming in.
Yeah, 41 minutes played here at the Valley Stadium on Bromsgrove Road in Redditch. It remains Redditch 0, Slough Town 0, and Slough will be good to go in at half time. I'm going to say that. I'm going to curse it now, aren't I? I'm not going to say that now.
No.
I haven't said it. Erase that bit. If we can edit that bit, though. I'm not saying that.
Bit out. He never said that.
It's going to be a goal kick for Scott to take for Slough. In this bright orange kit, laid along for Empire. Empire does win the ball on. It's come to Scott Harris. Scott Harris flicks into the path for Warren Harris. Warren Harris immediately closed down by a couple of players. Tries to play the ball through to Hope, and Hope's got a chance to get a cross in. Good clearing header there by Mutton as far as Osborne, and Osborne does well to try and play the ball out. 3 Redditch players win the ball, and it's out with Haynes on this near hand side. Haynes has time to turn in towards Osborne. Good challenge by Scott Harris, and then Osborne wins the first one. And while Benjamin's on the floor, he's caught Osborne there, and it's a free kick in. Osborne complaining again to the referee that something wrong, but he's won the free kick. It was, he was behind him, wasn't he? So
yes, it possibly was a free kick. Probably a little bit of frustration. I'm not sure that Benjamin's got into the game really tonight at the moment. Neither is Ryan Hope, and I'd like to see both of those take a bit more command in midfield, or somebody take control in midfield.
Yeah, free kick taken by Mutton for Redditch, aimed towards Carline on the far hand side. Carline wins that first header. Hollis up against Doublet. Doublet does well to control it. Ryan Hope in there for Slough. Poor clearance by him, only as far as Baker. Baker shoots. Oh, and he fizzes one just past the left post of Mark Scott, who watched that one. It's supposed to be a little bit wider than it looked from this angle, but Mark Scott watched that one closely. But another good effort.
He took that down very, very well on his chest and volleyed it. And I don't know whether Mark Scott had it covered or not, but it did. You're right, it probably went a little bit further wide than we thought, but very, very good effort from them as well. And hopefully so it hasn't given them a lot of hope.
I don't know who's doing the Slough Twitter, but he's a little bit behind play at the moment. He hasn't even tweeted that one out. He's sat there concentrating.
He's only got a little phone, as Daniel, bless him.
As the ball's played forward, again it's won by Redditch. Hope plays the ball forwards. It's gone all the way through to Vega. Vega this time throws the ball out to Haynes. Haynes can bring the ball out for Redditch. Closed down by Putman, and Putman does well to win that ball. He plays it into Stonehouse. Stonehouse in towards Benjamin. Slough playing a little bit of football ball with Hope back towards Stonehouse, and Stonehouse, lovely little touch, just wins the ball forward, and he's lost it now. Hit straight at Putman. It's with Osborne. Osborne trying to loop this ball over the top. Hicks up against Dubedat. Hicks washes the ball clearly and heads that one out, and Dubedat's trying to take it quickly, gives it to Baker. Baker's on this near hand side. He's got Dubedat there for help. Dubedat will try and get the cross in. Scott comes to claim, and he's dropped it, and he's gained it at the second attempt, but that almost went straight through his hands there. And Scott throws the ball out to try and get Slough on the attack on the far hand side with Warren Harris. Warren Harris bringing the ball about 20 yards, going across the halfway line. Plays it into his brother Scott. Poor touch by Scott Harris. It's come through to Osborne. Osborne wins it, and it's back won by Slough. And Hope wins it, and he's just overrun the ball again. Slough just not overrunning the ball. Dubedat will be caught offside, and Slough will have a free kick. Slough just over-hitting the ball, Slough. Now I think they're maybe panicking a little bit, rather than just slowing it down and playing with a little bit of confidence.
I think if we calm it down, if we slow it down, we're doing very well. And like you say, when we start to panic, we start to lose it. And it has been noticeable the last few minutes. We have started to panic just a little bit. Hopefully we'll just slow it down. That's all we need.
John Porter's girlfriend's on the phone.
Oh,
as Scott takes a long kick forwards. Empire can flick the ball into the penalty area, but it's just overrun. And the Redditch player just holding his head there.
And that's half time.
And that's... Well, he's pretty good. He's only played 17 seconds of over the time. But yes, it's half-time here at the Valley Stadium. It's Redditch 0, Slough Town 0. And although Redditch maybe haven't had the clearest cut chances on target, they've been mostly the better team on the night so far.
Fractionally. But I've noticed we're getting to the ball. We're actually defending quite well. Those 50-50s, we tend to be winning them now, where before we were losing them. And we're challenging a lot more. And I think when you harass a team, they make mistakes. And I think they make quite a few mistakes of Redditch. We've unsettled them. Yes, they've had spells of pressure, but you expect that. But I think we've done very well. And to be honest, I think it's a fair result at half-time. It's 0-0 so far.
Yeah, I don't think that either team have really had a lot of chances on target as such. So 0-0 seems to be about the fairest result. Do you think there'd be any changes to start at the second half for either team?
We need something in midfield. Hope and Benjamin. Somebody needs to be in midfield and take control of that, because what they haven't done at the moment. Benjamin, to me, is just he's wandered around quite a bit. Yes, he's got, when the ball's come anywhere near, he's taken it, he's got possession, he's robbed players, but he doesn't seem to be commanding midfield, which I think we need, and I think Hope's probably the same. Oh, I've got to keep talking for a minute. So it is still 0-0. Daniel is... Oh, hang on.
Sorry, go on. No, you carry on talking, mate. Go for it.
Oh, I finished. Daniel's going to come on at the moment and have a few words.
You take this one a minute. Yeah, go on. Go and talk.
Hi everyone. Hope you're enjoying the commentary tonight. Just a few quick trust words for you. We are still looking for a secretary. If you are willing to volunteer your time to help us in this way and become our trust secretary, all the details are on the website, southtownsupporterstrust.co.uk. this is a position that's being filled by several people on the trust board, and that's not really the way we should be doing things. So if you can help, please let us know. At the moment, we are currently planning some form of travel to the Chippenham game next week on Tuesday. That is, of course, subject to the FA Cup match. Any FA Cup replay, I should say, should Chippenham draw against Maidstone on Saturday. Details will be available on the website as soon as we get them.
Just to put you on the spot, what's involved in being the trust secretary?
It's organising the trust board meetings, being involved in the organisation of various bits of paperwork to do with various organisations that I personally don't understand, including the accounts and things like that. And then attending the meetings of the board. It's normally every couple of months we have a meeting, and helping us basically just generally to run the trust. You do have to be a trust member, but you don't officially have to be part of the trust board.
Okay, so it's every sort of couple of months and attending, because my FC runs slightly differently, because with being worldwide, our board was done on Skype,
Of course, yes.
which you don't. You have proper meetings. I assume these are in a pub somewhere.
They've previously been at the Polish club. They used to be at one of the pubs that's now closed down. So they've recently been at the Polish club, yeah.
So there's an advantage.
Yeah, if you want any more information about what the position involved, it is purely voluntary, as with everything at the club. You speak to Mike Lightfoot, Alan Harding. They will happily provide you with the details.
And as you say, everything is done on a voluntary basis. Everybody does things at this level on a voluntary basis.
Yep.
You do it for the love of the game. You do it for the love of the club. In your case, you do it for the love of the trust. I mean, you're sitting here tweeting all night, which I know is gratefully received by a hell of a lot of people. We sit here, do the commentary, you do the commentary, and so on, and it's all done totally free of charge. And this is a difference with what I've said before about coming to somewhere like Slough and going to being ripped off in the Championship or somewhere else, where you're paying for the privilege of being ripped off. Everybody's here for the love of the club, and you're here for the love of the trust. I hope you get somebody.
Thank you very much. One other thing, from this Saturday, we should have tickets available for our Christmas draw. They have arrived today, and they should be available through Alan Harding from this Saturday. If you can help us sell some tickets, he will be around the ground stalking people and handing out books of tickets. All the details again are on the trust website, the prizes, how much the tickets cost. Please help us to sell as many as possible. It's all goes towards the trust funds.
Brilliant, thank you.
Well, if anyone's still awake after that information, then that's good. But in seriousness, the trust do need someone to come in as a secretary, and if you can help, like Dan says, volunteers are the lifeblood of all these non-league clubs. Doesn't matter whether it's Slough, Redditch, or whatever. And if you don't volunteer, then you can't blame it. I think we've seen signs, and Dan's kind of like not really listening now, but we've seen signs at a couple of the grounds lately where it said, it says, if you've complained, and it's like asked, well, have you volunteered first to see if there's something that you can do? And you might be sitting at home thinking, well, there's not much I can do. But even if you just spend a little bit of time, as the Christmas draw tickets come out, if you go into work and you take a book of tickets, which is maybe 10 tickets, so I think they're normally £1 for a strip or £2 for a strip. If you can sell those 10 tickets at your work, even if you're not like a regular person and it's not something that you normally do, even if you sell it to friends and family, if you can just sell those 10 tickets, it makes a heck of a lot of distance to this football club, and every little bit that every single one can do is always gratefully welcomed.
It is, and everybody expects tickets to be sold at Christmas. Everybody puts their hand in the pocket at Christmas, no matter what it's for. You don't expect to win, I never do, but it's all for whatever good cause it is, and the supporter trust's a cracking cause.
It is indeed, and that's kind of information. Just a couple of things for you. I can see there's a nice little pint of Tetley's just sitting there behind. Oh, dearie, it's not good. But this Saturday coming, we are at home to Cambridge City, and that will be an interesting game because Cambridge is doing quite well in the table, and during the summer they actually had a little bit of trouble trying to get some players to join them for some strange reason. They seem to have a lack of players, but they're doing well this season. So Saturday will be home to Cambridge City, and we will be broadcasting as we normally do from 2:50 on Saturday. And as Dan said, if the Chippenham game isn't a draw on Saturday in the FA Cup fourth qualifying round, we will be away to Chippenham. Mick's pointing at himself because I think he wants to come down to Chippenham.
I'll be there.
Chippenham. Yeah, you have to be. There's not great facilities at Chippenham, I'm afraid. When I did it last, when I did it last season, I had to do it off several chairs.
Gantry, is there?
No.
I think I did Chippenham last year.
I did Chippenham on my own last year.
Chippenham last year.
Yeah, no one wants to help me out.
I can't think why I didn't come down, but yes, unfortunately, I'm going to be there. FA Cup notwithstanding.
Yeah, and the Wednesday, the day after Chippenham, will be my birthday. So we haven't had any cake delivered for quite a while. So if you are planning on coming to the Chippenham game and it's on, I think someone should buy some cake, and we'll all have some cake.
I think I might have to organise something for that.
As long as you don't organise a stripper.
We'll
not in the cold weather that's at the moment. That would be terrible.
We'll see what we can do. We'll see if we can organise you a cakey.
I want get a Rebels Radio cake.
Might get a Leeds United one. You might get a Leeds United one.
That'll go down well. Just like Leeds. There you go.
We're going down well this season.
Just a half-time score for you in the other game in the Southern Premier League tonight. It is still Hungerford 2, Cheshire United 0. And we are a couple of minutes away. The referee, he started about a couple of minutes later, didn't he? He started about 3 minutes late the first half. So we've mostly got about 5 minutes left of half-time. And there's not many other games on, because normally we'd go through the half-time scores, but there's not anything to go through, is there? There's only that Premier League game which is going on. I can see the telly behind me, but I can't see what the score is. So let's see if we can find some half-time scores for you from somewhere around. Still 1-0 to Stoke, apparently. And so we'll just give you some scores from around other leagues as it is. Farnborough, who we visited during the summer in a pre-season friendly, they're winning 2-0 at home to Three Bridges, and they've been struggling a little bit down near the bottom of the table. Carshalton Athletic are 1-0 up at home to Faversham, and Swansea are currently losing at home to Stoke City. And I don't know who's on what's going on with some of these websites, but now I've got a message saying meet Asian beauties. What have you been doing to this computer, Mick? This is the MyFC computer. What have you been up to?
Can I just say it's been in John Porter's loving care for two seasons.
It's been in my.
And then you've had it as well, so it has got nothing to do with. I can't touch that computer because it always goes wrong when I set it up. So it's nothing to do with me.
He's just got that look. He's got that look where he knows he's set it up. So whatever. If you're not on a certain football site, it must be to go to a local dirty porn site or something, isn't it? You set us up on purpose, haven't you?
She was about 40 years too young for me.
40? You'll be hoping.
Whoa, just a minute.
Yeah, we're still waiting for the players to come out
you could lose your cake next Tuesday. For
the second half here. But it's alright, the game won't go on anyway, as the Slough management team just come through. They've come out a little bit early. We got to...
I've arranged to go down to Bristol. It's got to go on.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good for you. And
I'm staying in Bristol for a couple of days, so it's got to.
Yeah,
it's got to go on.
Slough management team just having a little chat with Lee Rumbold, and he's just run into the dressing room. So whether maybe the introduction of Lee Rumbold in the second half will be imminent, we're not sure. But he's obviously had some kind of instruction from the managers. He's gone in, and maybe he's been asked to join a team talk by the players as Super Kev comes in. Super Kev's mostly got the biggest shoulders, and he's carrying 5 bags.
He looks like a Sherpa going up Everest, doesn't he? Poor lad.
And then the managers, there's 3 of them over there: Neil Baker, John Underwood, and Mark Betts. They're carrying 2 bags between them. Poor Super Kev's got 5 bags. Yeah,
he's got 2 bags in his right hand, 1 in his left hand, and 1 over each shoulder. Poor lad. I feel sorry for him.
And Redditch United have just tweeted the half-time score,
which is
0-0. You're in it.
Where are they playing tonight?
Strange. And so we're still waiting for the second half to come out. We'll just wait to see if there's any changes. As we know, as Slough just seem to have 3 subs. As I'm just trying to watch the football and the telly behind us and then concentrate here. There's not a lot going on normally, but...
I heard the referee's whistle below us, so I think he wants both teams out now.
Yeah, well, he started 3 minutes late in the first half, so he's got 2 minutes left to get everyone out and about. And like I say, if you do want to contact us, you can contact us if you're in the matchday chat. If you're a MyFC member, you can contact us in there. If not, you can contact us on Twitter at MyFC Rebels Radio. And Slough just coming out as second half, just as Redditch come out as well. And Redditch look like they're quite a young team, aren't they? They look...
Sorry?
Redditch quite a young team.
Oh, what? Sorry?
Young team.
Oh, sorry.
Are you
yes.
deaf?
Yes, getting quite deaf. It doesn't help I've got some rubbish music throttling about in my right ear. They do look quite a young side. We've got some experienced players in our team, but yes, there's one or two look as though they should be doing the homework. But what are they? 5th, 6th in the table? They're quite high up.
5th.
So they're not having a bad season. But as John pointed out, not doing that well at home but a good away record.
Yeah, they've only lost 3 games so far this season, and they're only 2 points in front of Slough at the moment. So Slough aren't really that far behind Redditch.
We're not far off a playoff spot to say. 4 games ago we weren't far off a
playoffs. We've only played like 4. How can you be talking about playoffs after 14 games?
Well, we're only 2 points behind the playoff spot.
Yeah, but playoffs ain't going to matter till the end of...
Well, I know they don't, but it's better
February
to be 2 points off a playoff spot than be saying we're 3 points off a relegation spot, which is what we were at one point.
So the referee...
It's all about encouragement and positivity.
Yeah. The referee, Mr. Kidd, is just out here. He's just channeling to his linesman, just making sure that everything's fine. Slough will be kicking off the second half, and they will be shooting from left to right.
Uphill
to right. That's a slight uphill. Right. Just for the referee is just checking with the goalkeeper so everything's fine. Checking with his lines, looks at his watch. Is he going to play the whistle? Go on. There you go. And we start the second half, and Slough have the ball. They play it on the far hand side, looking for MP up against Haynes, but Haynes does well. And it's out for a throw on the far hand side. And there's no changes in either team, so I'll run through both teams for you again, starting with the home side Redditch. In goal is Josie Vega. 2, who is actually wearing 12, is Kyle Haynes. 3 is Callum Flanagan. 4, Max Loveridge. 5 is Jim Mutton. 6 is Will Richards. 7, Troy Baker. 8, Jamie Osborne. 9, and captain is Daniel Dubitat. 10 is Jamie Molyneux, and 11 is George Carline. Substitutes for Redditch tonight are 14, Luke Shearer. 15 is Matthew Ferron. 16, Daniel Swan. 17 is sub-goalkeeper Josh Morton. And 19 is Cameron Young. And for the Rebels, in goal Mark Scott. 2 is Sean Fraser. 3, Paul Stonehouse. 4, Guy Hollis. 5, Dan Hicks is also captain. 6 is Ryan Hope. 7 is Lewis Putman. 8 is Declan Benjamin. 9, Charlie Empire. 10, Scott Harris. 11, Warren Harris, subs for Slough. 12 is Lee Rumbold. 14 is Adrian Sear. 15, Gherkin Gottman. 16 is Charlie Strollen. As the ball's just played forward, Vegas just comes to just outside his area to boot the ball forward, and Stonehouse has just been caught there, but Benjamin's pushed in the back, not seen by the referee. Hicks plays the ball forwards. It's won by Osborne as Haynes slips as he clears the ball into the path of Dubidat challenged by Ryan Hope, and Ryan Hope's again the judge to have fouled.
Yeah.
And it's a free kick to Redditch. It's about 20-30 yards out, and it's quite a central position here. And
harassed him, pushed him in the back. He should have just harassed him.
Yeah,
Osborne. All right.
Osborne's going to take this one, and Redditch send forwards Will Richards. So Scott Harris comes back for Slough just to mark him. Osborne will take this free kick for Redditch. He will get around to taking it sometime today. Come on, referee. There you go. Osborne to take the free kick for Redditch. He shoots, and Mark Scott does well to gather that one into his arms, and does well to keep hold of the ball as well as 2 Redditch players come charging in. But Mark Scott's got the ball. Slough fans just a little bit quiet. There's only a small group of them over there to the right, but they're not making a lot of noise, are they?
Not a great deal, no.
Ball's through on the far hand side. Putman trying to keep it in for Slough. Can't keep it in. It's out for a goal kick. And it remains 0-0.
Yes, we have a small but vocal following tonight. The flag's changed then, so we're all right.
Yeah, and Redditch last season had a lot of young kids who were sat over on the far side, like 16 to 20, making a lot of noise. They're not here tonight. The atmosphere's just a little bit bland, would you say?
Yes, it is a little bit. When you think when we were down at Leamington, the home supporters were chanting quite a lot. There's nothing really from either side, but we only got 20. It's hard to form a choir when you've only got about 20 people.
Balls with Osborne. Crosses a halfway line for Redditch. Chased down by Benjamin. Molyneux just overruns that one a little bit there and runs into Mark Scott as he comes out and gathers the ball. But just overrun the ball there a little bit, Redditch, and the pitch isn't the best as Scott takes a long kick forwards. And it's out of play, unfortunately, on the far hand side. It'll be a throw in to Redditch.
There don't seem to be much of a rush to take it. Maybe they're happy with what they've got at the moment.
Yeah, so it's going to be Haynes that will take the throw in on the far hand side, just by the away dugout for Redditch. Long throw aimed forwards to Dubbitt, beaten to the ball by Stonehouse. It falls to Baker on the far hand side. Baker wins a free kick there, but the linesman indicates shirt tugging. And Redditch take it quickly on the far hand side, taking into Molyneux. Stonehouse does really well to win that tackle, and he's even won a free kick there. That's good defending by Paul Stonehouse. He's had a very good first half, started in the second half.
Very, very good. He read that extremely well, and he forced the foul, to be fair, from Molyneux as well there. Very good defending.
And Slough have a free kick just outside the Slough penalty area, which Mark Scott will take. And just waiting for him. Aims long again towards Empire. This one's a high ball, won by Mutton. It's headed towards Osborne. Slough win the ball with hope, but his clearance is poor. It's fallen to Carline. Carline just overruns the ball. And a good ball there, played through Dubbitt. Dubbitt on the wrong side of Sean Fraser. Cuts inside Sean Fraser. Tries to play the ball in through Molyneux. And Mark Scott out very quickly. Gathers the ball safely. And thwarts yet another attack. And Redditch just not getting neither team's getting the final ball in properly, are they?
No, it wasn't a bad move from Redditch, but Mark Scott read it very, very well. No danger for us there.
Long kick by Mark Scott, aimed through. Richards wins the header for Redditch. Comes on the far hand side to Putman. Putman up against Haynes, gives it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse will come across to Hope. Hope immediately closed down. Does well to win the ball. Plays it into the path of Sean Fraser, but it's well blocked there. And Dubbidat has the ball. He puts it. And Ryan Hope's got to be careful here. That's the third foul he's committed at the start of this second half. Dubbidat just backheeled it and nutmegged him, and he was just stood there. But the referee said it's a foul. He's got to be careful.
There's nothing dirty or dangerous in what he's done, but it's just the accumulation. And eventually the referee will get fed up and he'll end up being cautioned. Yeah,
Flanagan plays the ball in. It's well won by Hicks for Slough. On the far hand side it will fall to Haynes. Haynes shrugged off the ball by Scott Harris, but does well to win the ball back. Mutton plays the ball down for Redditch. Hicks and Dibbidat underneath it will fall to Baker on that far hand side. Baker closed down by a couple. Plays it onto the floor and it just hits Molyneux on the back of his legs and rolls safely into the arms of Mark Scott. And Mark Scott will just look for a quick attack again, looking for Charlie Empire up against Flanagan. And this time Flanagan makes a mistake. Empire's got the ball inside the penalty area. He's come out with Warren Harris just making an offer. Warren Harris, it's good challenge there by Richards. Good defending by the number 6 there. And Redditch trying to attack Dubbidat up against Hollis and plays the ball into the path of Molyneux up against Hicks. And he's got to be careful here. And it's hit straight at Mark Scott. Good save there by Scott. And Slough just got to be careful. Ball's won by Fraser. Flanagan clears it down the line for Redditch. Hope hits the ball and he heads it into the path of Osborne for Redditch. Closed down by Benjamin, but Osborne does well to push the challenge off. He's still got the ball just inside the centre circle. Gives it to Loveridge. Loveridge out to Flanagan on this near hand side. Flanagan plays the ball in. Dubbidat's made a bit of space. He's trying to release Molyneux and Hicks doesn't get the best of clearances there for Slough. Slough got to be careful. Ball's forward to Dubbidat. Dubbidat just overruns it. And ball's with Putman on the far hand side. He gives it to Stonehouse and Stonehouse can clear for Slough. Ball's played forward for Scott Harris to chase, and Scott Harris does well. Gives it to Charlie Empire. Slough just trying to control the game. Gives it to Warren Harris. Warren Harris up against Flanagan. Flanagan with a good tackle, but Fraser first to the ball for Slough. Gives it to Ryan Hope. Hope out to Warren Harris. Gives the ball back to Hope. Hope trying to flick the ball for Empire. Empire just a lovely little flick into Scott Harris on the edge of the penalty area. He's lacking some help there, and Carline can clear for Redditch. And the ball's with Osborne against. Closed down. Warren Harris. Good challenge there by Warren Harris. Hope wins the ball. Not the best of balls by Hope. And Benjamin wins the ball back for Slough. Slough with Warren Harris. Benjamin does well there, dodges the tackle of Loveridge. He runs 20 yards out. He's going to shoot. He hits it straight at Mutton. And Redditch clear with Loveridge on the far hand side to Baker. Baker trying to look for the ball for Dubidat. It's over the top. And Mark Scott comes in and he hits it straight at Guy Hollis. And the ball's fallen to Molyneux on the far hand side. Molyneux inside the box. Lovely challenge by Dan Hicks there. Really good challenge by Hicks. And Slough bring the ball out with Stonehouse. Stonehouse looking down the line for Scott Harris. Mutton wins that header, but only as far as Hope. Hope knees it onto his own face to control it, but then loses the ball. Baker has the ball for Redditch, but loses out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse, given a foul there, pushed in the back, and Slough, a good play possession, but they've got to be careful with the balls forward, aren't they? It's just Redditch are just looking at hitting it long for their two strikers to run onto.
Yes, and we need to be aware of it. And Hicks isn't quick enough to deal with it sometimes. And that clearance from Mark Scott hit the Redditch player. Could have bounced.
It hit Hollis.
Hit Hollis. No, even worse. But at least Hicks got back and cleared the danger. It was a brilliant tackle. It had to be a good tackle because it hadn't have been. It would have been a penalty.
I think that Dan Hicks maybe he's not as fast as Molyneux, but his reading of the game is exceptional. He's getting himself in the right position and knows when to put a challenge in.
Yeah, he's certainly not as quick.
Scott's got the free kick for Slough. Again, it's aimed towards Empire. Empire's going to try and flick this one in. It's well won. It's come through to him. He's going to shoot from 25 yards out, but well watched by Baker. Just goes past his right-hand post, just to the side. And Slough have had an effort off target. And this second half's, again, very much like the first half. Redditch maybe starting off the better of the two teams after the first 10 minutes of the second half. It's going to be a goal kick for Vega to take. And very few Redditch fans behind the Slough goal. Long kick by Vega. It's well flicked on there by Carline. Up towards Dubiduck. Beaten to the ball by Hollis. Benjamin has the ball for Slough. Benjamin looking for a free kick. The ball's been played through. Richards clears well for Redditch. Up towards Stonehouse. Stonehouse under pressure. Clears long. Mutton underneath it for Redditch. Only as far as Benjamin. Benjamin can just bring the ball forwards for Slough. Up to Scott Harris. Scott Harris just charged into the back. He's done well to keep the ball. Gives it to Hope. Hope plays a sensible ball out to Stonehouse. Stonehouse up to Putman. Putman back to Stonehouse. Stonehouse can have a run towards the box there. He's up against Leverage. He keeps going. He's done well to win a corner. No, it's a goal kick. I can't see how that is not a corner. Clearly the number 4 for Redditch, Max Loveridge, took the ball off Stonehouse's foot because it changed direction from the way he was running.
Well, I thought it was as well. With 3 or 4 players complaining there, and I think possibly the referee might just have got that wrong. But hey, it's a goal kick. Nothing we can do about it. We'll just carry on. Right. Hopefully the protest will stop and we don't get anybody cautioned for it.
Yeah, Vega with a long kick for Redditch. It's come as far as Hicks. Hicks loses the ball to Carline, but it comes out to Hollis. Hollis will try and keep this one in. Does well to keep it in, but it's up by Flanagan. Up to only as far as Warren Harris. Warren Harris into his brother Scott. Scott's got a little bit of space. He's got Putman on that far hand side. Putman's trying to come in against Baker. Gets it onto his right foot. He's going to try and turn onto his left. Tries to go round Baker. Haynes comes in and does well with a challenge. And Baker clears it down the line as far as Molyneux. Molyneux does well to turn on that centre circle, looking for the run of Dubidat. Dubidat's up against Hicks. Hicks will come over and win that. Oh, he's hit it straight at Dubidat, and there's a chance now. And he's put it in through Molyneux. Great save by Mark Scott.
Well read by Mark Scott. Hicks tried to clear it, bounced it off the player. Cross was put in, and Mark Scott read that very, very well. Otherwise, Molyneux would have been in there.
Another goal in the Hungerford Chesham game. It's now Hungerford Chesham 0. Penalty for Hungerford, as Benjamin's just judged to have fouled Molyneux there. It's a foul just in the centre circle inside the slam. Ball will take for Redditch. And the referee's just having a word with Benjamin. I think it's just accumulation of things. There is a substitution on the far hand side. It looks like it's going to be a Slough substitution. It's going to be Lee Rumbold coming on. And it looks like he's going to be replacing Lewis Putman. I think Putman's just...
he's tweaked something, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's just had a... Yeah, so Putman coming off for Lee Rumbold. I think Putman's just, when he was chasing that ball in the corner there, just got caught. He's hobbling off the pitch. Super Kev straight over to look at him. It doesn't look like it's a serious one. It's a little bit of it looks like he may be holding his back a little bit there, or
Could be.
Stretching his back. But it's a free kick to Redditch. It's going to be Osborne to take for Redditch, just literally inside the centre circle of the Slough half. Osborne takes the free kick. He's looking for Carline. Carline up against Hollis. Good defended by Guy Hollis. It's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, nicely just seen how to play. No danger there at all. So that's the first substitution of the night. Nothing yet on the Redditch. No movement on the Redditch bench.
No, Mark Scott slips as he kicks that ball forward. Empire's underneath it. Does well to flick the ball onto the path of Scott Harris. Scott Harris holds the ball up, looking to try and play Empire in. He's won the ball. He's got 2 players past him. Gives it to Empire. Empire will keep that one in. He's up against Richards. And he's tried to keep it in. But good defending by Richards there for Redditch. And
but a good run from Empire. He didn't give it up there.
I think I've been quite impressed with the 2 centre-backs for Redditch, Mutton and Richards. I think they're a good unit.
Yeah, they've played quite well tonight.
As Vega takes the goal kick. Aimed towards Carline. Brumbold's first touch heads the ball forwards. Richards underneath it for Redditch. Comes as far as Osborne. Osborne out towards Haynes. Haynes can bring the ball forwards. He's trying to release Baker on that far-hand side. Hicks goes across to win it. Plays it out of play. It's a throw-in for Redditch on the far-hand side. And it's just... Brumbold's just instigating who's playing where. I think Ryan Hope's maybe gone to the left midfield. Ball's thrown into Molyneux. Molyneux on the far-hand side, up against Hicks. Still got the ball. He's got time to turn. Plays the ball into Haynes. Haynes just inside the Slough half. Plays it straight across the goal. And Sean Fraser's just swung a wild foot at that with Carline behind him. And he's fortunate that he hasn't put it into his own net. He's actually just banged it straight out. And it's a corner.
That could have gone anywhere. That could have gone anywhere. It went out level with the edge of the 6-yard box. But as you say, another few inches round on his leg, it could have been a lovely own goal, unfortunately.
Corner on the far hand side. Osborne takes it forward. It's just a little bit long. Dabidat heads it into the danger zone. Empire clears that ball. Comes through to Haynes. Haynes back to Osborne. Osborne just on the edge of the area, up against Stonehouse. Gets the ball inside the area. Slough clear it under some pressure, only as far as Baker. Baker's going to shoot from far, and Mark Scott acrobatically saves that one and pushes that one over. Good effort there by the number 7 for Redditch Baker, but an equally good save by the Slough goalkeeper.
That was an excellent save from Mark Scott. Tremendous. I don't know whether that moved or hit somebody, but he got his left hand across, so that tipped it over the bar. Well saved.
Yeah, so this time it's an in-swinging corner on this near-hand side, which Osborne again goes over to take for Redditch. 15 minutes gone to this second half. Slough under a bit of pressure. His ball's gone in, and it's into the back of the net. And I'm just trying to see who's claiming it. Richards it is who claims it. Slough defended it poorly. They've been under some pressure here. It's Redditch 1, Slough 0. Richards, I think, is the goal scorer of that one. We'll just wait for confirmation of that. But the Slough player on the line couldn't clear it. And... no more than maybe Redditch should deserve, to be honest.
Well, we're now behind the 8 ball again. It was always going to be a close game, was that? I don't know whether that was bad marking or what. I think it was bad. I think it was probably bad marking, because the lad who scored is not the tallest one on the pitch.
Yeah, 62nd minute. Will Richards is the goal scorer. Slough played the ball forwards. It's up with Mutton, just on the edge of his own half. He plays the ball long forwards. Hicks underneath it for Slough, but falls to Dabidat. Dabidat brings it out to Carline. Carline treads on the ball up against Fraser, but Hollis clears for Slough. And Scott Harris was in an offside position when he went to get the ball. It's a free kick to Slough. Charlie Empire's looking at the linesman going, oh, well, it weren't me. And the linesman's pointing to the number 10 saying, nope, Scott Harris was offside.
Definitely Scott Harris came back from an offside position, bang in front of us. Linesman was right, and Redditch won't be in much of a rush in this last 30 minutes to take the free kick, corners, throw-ins, whatever they get.
Yeah, Flanagan to take this free kick for Redditch. Redditch now 1-0 up here as he plays it down towards Carline. Carline up against Hollis. It's played into the centre. Benjamin does well to hold off the original challenge. Comes back. Hicks will clear for Slough up as far as Scott Harris. Scott Harris does well to hold the ball up, but loses the ball. Redditch angry, eager for this ball now. Osborne he's got the ball. He's coming all the way across. Plays it off Sean Fraser. It's out for a throw-in. And he's just going to leave it for Flanagan to take. And I think
there's a Slough supporter in front of us. Asked Mr. Flanagan to take a little quickly, and his reply, well, the second word was off, let's put it that way.
Yeah, and it's cleared again by Slough. It's out for yet another Redditch throw-in. And Slough just trying to organise as Flanagan tries to find Molyneux on that far-hand side. Molyneux up against Fraser. Molyneux still with the ball. Goes back to Flanagan. Flanagan up against Rumble. Plays it in for Carline. Carline, great challenge there by Kai Hollis. Not only did he get the ball, but he got the man as well. And Carline's feeling that one. He's taken a while to get back up after that one. But it wasn't a foul. The referee
no, it wasn't. He took the ball. He took the ball long before he got the man. But he made sure he also he got the man. But he got the man fairly. It was a hard tackle. And he's got up. He's not complained.
No, and it's going to be a long throw that Osborne will take for Redditch. Sending their big men forwards again. It's played into the box. This time Mark Scott wins that safely, and he's going to look to try and kick this ball long and hard. He's got Ryan Hope on that far-hand side. Hope up against Mutton, but Hope does well to play the ball off Mutton, and it's a throw-in on the far-hand side. Ball's actually gone out of the ground, but Ryan Hope did well there to get to that. And Slough have a throw-in on the far-hand side. They're sending Guy Hollis over to take this one. Just waiting for a ball to come back into play. Both the other subs for Slough, Stratton and Gockman, just warming up on that far-hand side. Just wonder if there's another change coming.
There could well be.
Hollis to take this long throw for Slough. They're losing here 1-0. Goal on 62 minutes. Long throw from Hollis. It's aimed towards Hicks, but well cleared by Carline. And Dubidat's got the ball first. And Hollis does well to come and defend that one. He's got another throw. He's going to take it quickly. Again, long throw aimed towards Hicks, who stayed in there. It's gone through to Empire. It's come across as Richards, the goal scorer. It's out for a corner. He says it's a throw-in. And I think the lino on this near-hand side has got no chance of seeing whether that was in or out. So it's a throw-in on the far-hand side.
Well, he didn't make any attempt to get to the byline, so I'm wondering how close it was.
So Hollis,
like you say, whether he just given it up.
Hollis with this throw, 5 yards from the thing. It's put into the middle. It's flicked on into the penalty area. Slough can't win it. Flanagan has it for Redditch. She hits it off Benjamin, and it will be out for a throw into Redditch. And we played 20 minutes of the second half here. It's Redditch 1, Slough Town 0. And at the moment, it looks like the Slough winning run is coming to an end, as Flanagan will take this throw.
We've still got time.
Flanagan to take this throw for Redditch. Referee's just looking at him to tell him to hurry up. Aim towards Carline. Carline wins that first header. Dubidat flicks it on, and Hicks has got the ball. And Molyneux does well to win it, but good challenge there by Guy Hollis, and he's done even better. He's played the ball off Molyneux. It's out for a Slough throw. And Hollis will take the throw for Slough. Aims again long towards Empire. Empire's got 3 players all over him there, and Rumbold's headed it out as some of the Slough directors feel. And the ball's played into Loveridge. Loveridge has he's hooked that one all the way back to Vega. Vega's unsure whether to pick it up, and Slough haven't put him under pressure, so he's got time to clear the ball long. Rumbold's underneath it. Rumbold does well to win that first header, but only as far as Haynes. Haynes wins the second header. And it's an offside decision on the far-hand side. And Slough have taken it quickly, but Stonehouse is about 10 yards away from where the offence was, and the linesman's pulled it back. There's a second substitution, and it's going to be Scott Harris coming off the field, and coming onto the field is Charlie Strutton. So that's the second substitution for Slough. Strutton for Scott Harris. That's after 21 minutes of the second half.
Let's see what difference this makes. Fresh pair of legs. Hopefully we can get something out of this.
Yeah, I think that the inclusion of Scott Harris was to nullify the 2 centre-backs. We'll see if Strutton can do any better. Long ball played forward by Scott. It's flicked on by Empire. So Warren Harris is first to the ball. He's got the ball into there, but it's hit Richards, and it's gone into the hands of the goalkeeper, Vega. And Vega's taking his time with this goal kick. So we're just going to get a drinks order in. Sorry, we're just putting our drinks order in there.
Putting our drinks order in, and while that was happening, Redditch had another attack, which went over the bar, and we both missed it. Fortunately, no goal.
So Mark Scott has the goal kick for Slough. This one's aimed high up, just over the halfway line. Empire's up against Carline. Carline wins that first header. Molyneux wins the second, but Hollis clears down the line for Slough. Strudden does well to head it. He's trying to head it into the path of Rumbold. It will come through to Empire. Empire's just been caught there by Osborne. Slough have a free kick. And Slough will maybe look to do something a little bit with this one. It's going to be Sean Fraser standing over to take it. Benjamin standing next. I'd like to see Benjamin a little bit closer to that 18-yard line. We're about 30 yards away from goal. It's a free kick to Slough. Fraser takes for Slough. It's going towards the far post. Rumbold heads it down. It's fortunate that they're claiming a corner, but or a handball.
Actually claiming handball, but it wasn't.
I think it just hit Mutton on the back. And then they all stood still as Vega just stood there with the ball. Vega kicks the ball long, aiming for Baker on that far hand side. Rumbold does well to come and get and win the ball for Slough, but only as far as Haynes. Haynes down the line, but Stonehouse wins it for Slough. And he said it's offside. Why does he not play advantage?
Well, when it was played forward, we've lost possession, so it's probably a good thing that we got the offside and they didn't play the advantage for once.
Yeah, 24 minutes into the second half here at the Valley Stadium. It remains Redditch 1, Slough Town 0. The goal coming on 62 minutes by the number 6, Will Richards, from a corner. As Mark Scott plays the ball deep into the box. Well won by Flanagan for Redditch. Benjamin gets to the ball, heads it to Fraser on this near-hand side. Fraser plays it into Empire. Empire plays to play it back into Fraser. Fraser gets a cross in, first time. The far post is Ryan Hope. This time it's come off Haynes, and Slough. He's let it run, and it's because it's uphill, it's actually run out for a goal, a throw-in.
Throw-in, yeah.
Rather than a corner. I think Ryan Hope was expecting that to run out for a corner.
I think we all
but
were.
Because of the slope, it's actually rolled back, and it's a throw-in which Guy Hollis is going over to take. He's going as close to the corner flag as he can get.
It's a full penalty area in there.
Hicks has gone up as well for it, so is Rumbold. Rumbold it is it. And this time it is a corner for Slough, as the Slough contingent behind us seem to think that there's some, let's say, physical marking going on.
There was a lot of pushing and shoving, but I think on both sides.
So Slough have a corner on the far hand side. Warren Harris is going to take this one. It'll be an in-swinging corner from Harris. Slough have sent forwards Hicks. Rumbold's in there as well. This time it's played through. Rumbold, it looks like, well won by Dubida. Only as far as Ryan Hope. Ryan Hope volleys that back in. And I think he's just a little bit disappointed he didn't get it on target. But Redditch did well to leave the ball. And
yeah, could have hit anybody and gone in, couldn't it?
Could have hit anyone and gone in, but it didn't. And no. It seems that the in thing here at Redditch is to actually sit and watch the game from the bar. The bar has actually got a big long window thing alongside it, and there's a lot of Redditch fans behind us.
Is that where Mr. Porter is currently residing, in the nice warm bar while we're outside?
Who knows? It's not actually that cold tonight, to be honest. Vegas it still hasn't taken his goal kick yet, so we're still waiting. Trent Phillips, the goalkeeping coach for Slough, still thinks that we can nick a point.
Yep, I think we can nick a point.
Yep, as Vega takes the kick, this time Rumbold first to the ball, but he can't keep it in play. It's out for a throw-in. And a substitution on the far hand side. First substitution for Redditch. Leaving the field is Troy Baker. He is being replaced by Luke Shearer. And that is on 27 minutes of the second half. So the first substitution for Redditch. And it's going to be still a throw-in to Redditch on this near-hand side. And the final substitution for Slough. Coming off is Ryan Hope, and coming on is Gherkin Gockman. So Slough just making that final change. Gockman comes on for Ryan Hope. And I think maybe you'll see Gockman on one side and Harris on the other side, giving Slough a bit more width.
Yes, I hope so. Maybe we can just get a little bit of control now.
So we've played 27 minutes of the second half. It's Redditch 1, Slough 0. Slough have chanced their arm. They put all three substitutes on now. Flanagan with the throw-in just below our commentary position. Long throw by Flanagan. Well won by Rumbold. It falls to Empire. Empire's got a chance to play it into Warren Harris. Warren Harris plays it in. He's got challenge there. Still got the ball. Plays it to Gockman. Gockman's first touch. Plays it back into Warren Harris. Warren Harris just on the edge. Gives it to Empire. Empire's alongside the half. He's trying to cut inside. He's going to play in. He's surrounded by players. Bigs it back to Fraser. Fraser runs straight into Carline. Ball will come through to Gockman. Gockman does well up against Carline. It's just I thought that was a foul there by Gockman. It's not. It's a throw-in, and Slough will have a chance to put a throw-in. Are they going to take a long one? Nope. Sean Fraser's going to take this one.
I thought it was a foul as well, but we got away with it.
So Fraser with the throw for Slough, just shy of the Redditch penalty area. He throws it in towards Empire. Empire's flicked the ball onto Strutton. Strutton will do well to keep it in. He's done well. He's kept the ball there. He's got very little help. Gives it to Fraser. Good ball there. Fraser's got a chance to put a cross in. He draws it in though. It's hit by Empire. They're calling for handball again, but it's cleared only as far as Rumbold. Rumbold flicks the ball through to Benjamin. Benjamin flicks it onto Stonehouse. Stonehouse immediately closed down. Strutton, he just tried to flick the ball to Warren Harris. Good defending there by Redditch. And Redditch on the attack now with the substitute Shearer on this near hand side. Up against Dan Hicks. He's got only doubled it in there. Dan Hicks, strong foot there, well won. And Stonehouse wins the ball for Slough. Just turns into trouble. Osborne wins the ball back for Redditch. And Rumbold closes down. It's out for a throw in just literally by the home dugout there.
Yes, it certainly wasn't handball, and all the Slough officials up here and the supporters were calling for it, but it did actually hit him on the shoulder, so it was good defending.
So it's a throw on the far hand side, taken by Haynes, flicked on by Molyneux as far as Hollis clears the second time for Slough. Strutton's up against Mutton, and Strutton just feels that he was being pushed there, but the management team not too impressed with the referee and how he's letting fouls go on their players, but it's a throw-in. It's literally by the away dugout, which Haynes will take for Redditch. Throws the ball forward. Rumbold wins his header, but again it's just gone straight out of play. And Redditch are just a bit of a bogey team for Slough. Redditch have won so far all 3 games they've played against Slough, and they're winning here tonight.
We have still got time to get something out of this game.
Yeah, Dubidut's just committed a foul on Lee Rumbold, and Slough have a free kick about 20 yards inside their own half. Mark Scott will go and take this one as Slough will try and get further down the pitch. Scott, long one this one. Up, Gockman's underneath it. Flanagan for Redditch first to the ball. Empire's up again. It's fallen to Gockman. Gockman's, I think that's a shot, but he's hit it across the pitch. It's gone all the way across the far side. It's out for a throw-in on the far hand side. And Slough will just need to pin Redditch in here. As I think everyone here is just marvelling at the shot that Gockman put in there. But Redditch have the ball. It's a throw-in on the far hand side. They're about 5 yards away from their corner flag. Haynes takes the ball. It looks like a Slough player was fouled. Stonehouse flicks the ball in for Slough. Richards, the goal scorer, clears for Redditch. Fraser's got the first touch for Slough, and Hicks will head that all the way back to Mark Scott, and it's Scott's had to come out of his area to get that long clearance forwards. Richards underneath it. Good defending header. Rumbold hits it straight away, and Vega chests it down, and he's just waiting for Strutton to come in. And I don't think that was a shot from Rumbold, but he just couldn't control it properly. It's gone through to Vega in goal. So Vega, long kick up towards Dubidut. Hicks underneath it. Hicks misses the bounce of the ball. Shearer's done well to flick it on. He's tried to chase it, but it's run through to Mark Scott. And Scott will just again look for a long kick as Slough again go direct. Empire trying to flick the ball on for Gockman. Gockman up against Flanagan, but Flanagan will see that one out. Well, he's made a mistake there of touching it. Slough now have a throw in, literally about 7 or 8 yards away from the corner flag, and they're going to leave it for Guy Hollis to take. Guy Hollis is going to put another long throw into the box. Slough put in a little bit of pressure on here. Hollis with this long throw. Hicks has gone forward again for the Rebels. Just waiting for the throw from Hollis. It's a decent throw. There's quite a few players. It's fallen to Strutton. Strutton will play the ball back out to Hollis. Hollis controls it well. Flicks it in with his left foot. Warren Harris underneath it. Well cleared again by Redditch. Rumbold heads the ball in. Empire's tried it. Oh, he's flicked it on. He's literally on the penalty spot. He's tried to hook it into the back of the net. Unfortunately, he's hooked it wide of the goal. And Redditch can breathe a sigh of relief.
That was a good half chance. Hicks was calling for that when Hollis took it, and he got it, and it fell to Empire. A little bit more luck, he could have got it on target,
And
we're still in this game.
Yeah, the referee's just having a quiet word with the goalkeepers, Jose Vega, just because he's taking his time with the goal kicks. But all the goalkeepers do now, and it doesn't matter which league you play in, you see it all the time, no matter what the level. But Vega with the kick for Redditch. Up to the halfway line. Again, Rumbold wins the ball well for Slough. Flanagan clears up the line for Redditch. Hollis is underneath it. Dubby that wins it first for Redditch. There's an offside position there against Shearer. And Slough will have a free kick. And again, they're going to go long again. They've got about 12 minutes left of this second half, plus whatever the referee adds on. Slough are going to go long again with another Mark Scott long kick aimed into the box. Scotty in all orange. Aims it into the area. Strutton's underneath this one. Richards, the goal scorer, heads it towards Gockman. Gockman heads it into the towards Empire. Empire tries to turn and Vega comes out and he gathers that at a second attempt with Warren Harris just bearing down on him there. And the ball's just not running for Slough in the penalty area, is it?
No, not this second half. We had a little bit of run of the ball in the first, but we've still got chance. We've still got the time. As
Vega clears down the line, Carline underneath it. Molyneux underneath it for Redditch. Plays it into Osborne. Osborne closed down by Rumbold. But Osborne plays the ball through. Now it's Shearer on that right-hand side up against Hicks. Good challenge again by Dan Hicks. Who's great defending from him tonight. Plays the ball up now for Strutton. Strutton's just been crunched then. And all it is a throw into Slough. And Neil Baker's running around trying to get the ball in. He's like an energetic ball boy on that far-hand side. Ball's thrown into Empire. Empire does well to control it. Trying to flick it into Strutton, but it's cleared by Loveridge. Up towards Dubidut. Dubidut up against Hollis. Ball's played out on this near-hand side for Sean Fraser, just inside the Redditch half. Plays it back to Hollis. Hollis playing the ball down the line, looking for Strutton. Richards heads the ball, but only as far as Gockman. Gockman heads it back in. Richards clears again for Redditch. Hollis, Rumbold flicks the ball forward. It's won by Hollis, but it's now with Osborne. Osborne's got a chance to try and clear. Benjamin does well to close him down. And I can't see how that isn't a Redditch throw. It's clearly come off Benjamin. Even Benjamin's smiling. Yeah. It's a Slough throw. And Slough taking it quickly. Empire's won the ball, but he's chasing his own header. It's 1-2 Warren Harris. Warren Harris trying to turn. He's about just on the edge of the penalty area. He's closed down by a couple of players. We'll play the ball back to Fraser. Fraser flicks the ball in quickly. Gutman hits it to Benjamin. Benjamin back to Rumbold. Rumbold's got a chance to bring the ball forwards a little bit. He charges into the box. He's going all the way down. He's going to get the cross in. Oh, and it's just defended. Good defending there by Will Mutton for Redditch. Great run by Lee Rumbold. Slough get a corner on the far side.
It was. I thought somebody was going to tackle him. Nobody did. And we've ended up with we could have ended up with a goal there, but I tell you, the pressure's still on them. They've not really impressed me as a side fifth in the table, to be honest.
No, it's a corner on the far hand side, which Warren Harris will take for Slough. We've got 10 minutes of this second half left. It's going to be an in-swinging corner for the Rebels. Just waiting for this corner to come in. He's put a decent corner in. Hicks is underneath it. Hicks heads it forwards. Empire heads it away from Vega, and the referee says that Vega got the last touch. He's complaining to the linesman that he never got a touch. Slough have another corner. This time it's going to be on the near-hand side, which Warren Harris will again go over to take. And Slough just putting a little bit of pressure on. Can they make this pressure count in these last 10 minutes of the game? This time it's going to be Warren Harris with an out-swinging corner for the Rebels. Slough just put a couple of players in on Vega now because he's just made a little bit of a fumble. Harris with the corner. It's cleared by Mutton. It will come out for us Gockman. Gockman just chips the ball back in. Strudden's underneath it. Slough again peel for handball. But again waved away. Stonehouse clears it back into the danger zone. Carline clears for Redditch. Only as far as Gockman. Gockman beats the ball by Osborne. Ball's forward to Dubidut. Dubidut plays it in for Shearer up against Fraser. Fraser defending very, very well there.
Yeah,
and it's out for a throw in. But Slough again, that was a better shout for a penalty, maybe a handball?
I think it was far too. It probably did hit his hand, but it was far too close. He was within a yard there. You can't give those.
Osborne with the ball for Redditch, just on the edge of the Slough penalty area. Gives it to Shearer. Shearer's just coming inside. Closed down by two Slough players. Gives the ball away. Fraser can bring the ball forwards for Slough. And he's hitting it first time, which is maybe isn't the right ball. As Haynes comes over and clears for Redditch. It's back with Loveridge. Loveridge playing the ball. Overhit that one. It's out for a throw in. And I think Slough maybe made a slight mistake there. Maybe trying to rush that pass instead of bring the ball forwards. Fraser had a chance to bring that forwards. So throw in for Slough, which Hollis will take for Slough.
It's going to be a nervy last few minutes.
It's one up for Empire. Empire's won the ball, but that wins it back for Redditch, but it runs all the way into the hands of Mark Scott. Mark Scott's going to run into the centre of the goal. He's going to try and release another long ball down to try and put the pressure on. Rolls it out, kicks long. Richards, the goal scorer, is underneath that for Redditch. It'll come through to Rumbold. He's beaten to the ball by Dubidat. Shearer wins the ball for Redditch. He's flicking it out on the far hand side for Haynes, but neither of them will get it. Neil Baker gets it. Stonehouse takes a quick throw, looking for Warren Harris up against Haynes. Warren Harris has it on that far hand side, trying to win a corner. He's played it into the box. It's Loveridge with the clearance for Redditch, but it's not been cleared well, and Slough now have another long throw in. Again, Hollis will go forwards. It's level with the Redditch penalty area. Slough put in some pressure on here in these last few minutes of the second half. Hollis going over to take it. Hicks has gone forwards. Rumbold's in there. Strudden's in there. Empire's in there. Benjamin's on the edge of the area along with Warren Harris. Long throw by Hollis. It's aimed at Hicks. It's hit Rumbold, and Dubidat can clear for Redditch, and the ball will come to Fraser. Fraser's going to come all the way back to Mark Scott. Mark Scott's being chased down by Shearer. He's going to go long again. This time it's forwards. Richards underneath it for Redditch. Falls for Hicks. Hicks heads it into the path of Gockman. Gockman can win the ball back. It's come through for Empire. Oh, it's just not run nicely for him, and Vieira gathers as Empire tries to chase it down. And again, the ball just not running for Slough in that penalty. It just hit the Slough player and went the wrong way.
Yeah, so just say when your luck's going for you, it's going for you. But we're getting in positions.
Yeah, Benjamin flicks the ball forward for Slough. It's cleared by Redditch, only as far as Rumbold. Rumbold can bring the ball down for Slough. Cuts across. Looks for Stonehouse. Stonehouse immediately closed down by Dubidat. Looking for the ball down the line for Harris. Haynes comes across for Redditch. It's come to Shearer. Great challenge by Paul Stonehouse. He's won the ball and he's got a player out of position. He's charging towards that line. And Haynes has gone down and Haynes wins the ball back. Molyneux it is with the clearance for Redditch. It's come to Shearer. Shearer's looking down the line for Dubidat. Dubidat's offside, or the ball's out of play. Ball's out of play. On the far hand side, Slough will have a throw in. Slough just put a little bit of pressure on. He hasn't come back with those drinks yet, has he? Or is that? Oh, they're in the end, aren't they?
Hey?
The drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, they'll be in the tea room.
I think they'll be in there at the end.
So Slough have a throw in on the far hand side, which Stonehouse will take for the Rebels. It's flicked on as far as Warren Harris. Warren Harris trying to flick it in towards Strudden. Strudden pushed off the ball by Loveridge. Loveridge boots the ball down only as far as Hicks. Hicks mishits that one, and Molyneux's quick onto the chase there, but Hicks does well to gather that ball, and he's got himself out of trouble. Boots the ball to Stonehouse. Stonehouse again close down. Redditch trying to put some pressure on Scott. Scott with a long clearance by Slough. It's out of play, and again Neil Baker's trying to get that one, but that's out of the ground. And it's a throw in for Redditch just on the halfway line. It still remains here. Redditch 1, Slough 0. Will the Slough Town winning run come to an end? There are 5 minutes of the second half left, plus whatever the referee adds on. It's thrown on the far side for Haynes for Redditch. Looking for Molyneux. Stonehouse does well to win the ball for Slough. Looks for a ball over the top for Empire. Flanagan's underneath it for Redditch. It'll come through to Benjamin. Benjamin flicks the ball over. Strudden first to the ball for Slough. Trying to flick the ball into the path of Harris, but Haynes clears well for Redditch. Plays a long ball down the line for Molyneux. Hicks is underneath it. Hicks is bundled over the ball by Molyneux, and Benjamin's just picked up a little injury there.
Yes,
hopefully he's going to run that off.
He was caught in midfield, but he's running it off.
Scott with the free kick for Slough. It's up towards Richards. Richards flicks one by Empire. It's cleared by Richards for Redditch. Ball's come over and 2 Slough players make a mistake there. Dubidat's underneath it. Ball will come through to Sean Fraser. Fraser knocks it into Stonehouse. Lovely little touch by him. Gives it to Rumbold. Rumbold's got a chance to play the ball. He's going to try and play a long ball over the top. Haynes will defend that for Redditch. Up against Warren Harris. Warren Harris trying to win. Stop the ball going out for a goal kick. But good defending there by Carl Haynes. And it's going to be a goal kick to Redditch. And Vega will take his time on this goal kick. Just wonder if Redditch will make a substitution. He's just walking across from one side of the pitch to take it on the other side of the goal, isn't he?
He was just about to take it on the right hand side and realised that we were 1-0 up with a few minutes to go, so he's moved across the left hand side.
Yeah, so Vega will take this goal kick for Redditch. It's not the best of kicks. It's Flanagan. Flanagan's flicked it on for Redditch. Dubedat's up against Hollis. Ball's flicked through for Molyneux. And Molyneux's now up against Sean Fraser. Sean Fraser doing well, but Molyneux just getting into the box. Molyneux shoots. It's a poor shot. A bit of a daisy cutter, I believe you would call that.
I think you would. A bit of a scuff shot there. Nothing to trouble us. A few minutes still to go. We've still got time to get something out of this game.
And Scott will take this goal kick for Slough. Aims again long towards Empire. Empire up against Carline. He heads it well down the line. And a mistake there by Richards, the goal scorer. Strudden's come in, and Strudden stupidly just gone into the back of Richards. Silly thing to do, because Richards had made the mistake. All he had to do was stay on his feet, pin him in. Instead, he's gone clattering into the back of him. And Redditch will now have a free kick and the chance to clear.
Well, we just lost the advantage. It was absolutely stupid.
A little bit of frustration creeping in there, but Flanagan will have this free kick for Redditch in the left back position. Plays it forwards. Underneath it is Rumbold. It's flicked on by Carline. This time Fraser kicks the ball down for Slough. Won by Warren Harris. Warren Harris picks the ball to Gockman. Gockman's going to try and run out there. He's having his shirt pulled there. He's won a free kick.
And he was tripped.
And Slough have a free kick. And Carline's now suddenly injured. The person who's committed the foul. He's got up to his feet. And we are.
Yeah.
I make it there is a minute left of normal time. Sean Fraser will take this free kick for Slough. It's about 30 yards away from goal. He needs to put this. It's a poor free kick. And the ball's up to Molyneux. And Molyneux can clear for Redditch, but it's come through to Warren Harris. Warren Harris flicking it through to Benjamin on this far hand side. Benjamin does well to go past Flanagan. He's inside the box. He tries to drill it in. He's still got it. Flanagan trying to clear it for Redditch. He does well with clearance. Only up as Fraser. Fraser heads it towards Rumbold. Rumbold comes back, gets it. Gives it to Fraser. Fraser's immediately closed down by Molyneux. He'll go back to his goalkeeper Scott. Scott will have the chance to boot the ball forwards. Instead he plays it to Stonehouse. Stonehouse can bring the ball forwards for Slough. Closed down by Osborne. This time he's played the ball forward. There's 3 Slough players underneath it. Richards does well to win the header. Only as far as Scott Harris. Scott Harris can't win it. Redditch clear, but only as far as Rumbold. Rumbold will play the ball out to Fraser. Fraser's just got to make sure he gets the ball in here. It's just in between. The pitch is terrible just down there. It's bobbled and put him out of position. He's flicked it all through to Gockman. Gockman will try and drive it in. Slough have won a corner. We have played 45 minutes of this second half. Whatever the referee is adding on is the time added on. Slough have a corner. Warren Harris will go over to take this one. Mark Scott,
up.
just like Stratford, is going up for this. I did talk when we did the commentary. I said he's going to score this season. He promised me he's going to score this season. Is it going to be his moment? Warren Harris with this free kick. He's put it into the box. It's well cleared by Richards, the goal scorer. And Shearer will bring the ball out for Redditch, but he can't get it. And Mark Scott's just there. Slough trying to take the throw in quickly. It's just gone into the crowd behind us, underneath us, sorry. Guy Hollis is going to take this throw in. He's going to take a long one. Everyone's going forward apart from Stonehouse and Scott for Slough. Hollis with this throw. Aimed long towards Gockman. It's flicked on by Empire. He's put it right into the area. It's well cleared by Haynes. And Slough should have had someone underneath it. Stonehouse is underneath this for Slough. He's cleared it long down the line. That's a good ball in. Oh, it's given us offside. And Slough, little slow, coming out of the box is there, and it's an offside decision. And this is where I thought that Redditch would make a substitution. They do. It's going to be Jamie Molyneux coming off. He's replaced by number 15, Matthew Ferron. So second substitution. I think Redditch just trying to kill this game off here. They lead 1-0. I make it. We've played 1.5 minutes so far of extra added on time. So it's just whatever the referee decides to add on. Can Slough get back into this? Vega's got this free kick. Aimed long towards the substitute, Ferron. Ferron does well to flick the ball on. There's an offside decision there against Dubedat. Dubedat's carried on running. But it's an offside decision. Mark Scott puts the ball down. He's going to boot the ball long for this free kick. Gockman's underneath it. So is Carline. The ball falls to Loveridge for Redditch. Redditch high clearance up for Shearer to chase. And with Fraser with him. Shearer does well to control that first ball. Keeps the ball underneath the challenger Fraser. Beats the challenger Fraser. Gives it to Loveridge. Loveridge comes across for Redditch. Redditch trying to aim for the corner. They've got the ball there with Carline. Carline goes back to Shearer. Shearer trying to play the ball. He's got it back to Carline. Carline flicks it ball for a lovely ball over the top for Shearer to chase. Shearer up against Gockman. Gockman defending really well. Great defending by Gockman. Slough have a goal kick. We're still in added time here at the Valley Stadium. It's still Redditch 1, Slough 0. The referee not looking at his watch. Charlie Empire's underneath it. It's come off Carline. It's going to be another throw for Slough. Fraser's going to leave this one. He's going to leave it for Hollis. Slough needs to hurry up. Hollis is going to try and throw this. He's inside his own half. Long throw. Again, aimed towards Empire. It's cleared by Carline, and it'll come through to the substitute Ferron. Ferron up to Shearer. Stonehouse comes across for Slough. Shearer's just being sandwiched there by two Slough players. He's won a free kick there, and he's just trying to kill a little bit of time with the ball on the floor. And Redditch just trying to kill the time here.
I think that was actually an accidental sandwich as well.
Osborne with the free kick for Redditch. Flicked down and Gockman's had to clear that out. It's going to be a throw. And that is actually the final whistle here at the Valley Stadium. It's finished Redditch 1, Slough Town 0. The goal coming on 62 minutes from the number 6, Will Richards. And I don't think Slough have been at their best tonight, but they've certainly not played that badly.
I think they probably deserved a draw. There have been some very, very good performances. Stonehouse on that left-hand side was excellent. Thought Guy Hollis had a good game as well. They were a little bit unlucky. We didn't get the bounce the ball in the second half, but we were getting to a lot of second balls we haven't been getting to in recent weeks. And I thought we deserved something out of it. Yeah,
and the Slough players just clapping the Slough fans who have made this trip down here on a Monday night. But the Slough winning run comes to an end here at the Valley Stadium. It has finished Redditch 1, Slough Town 0. And the next game for Slough to try and get back on that winning run will be Saturday when they're at home to Cambridge City. If you can't make it to the game, remember that Rebels Radio will be there. We'll give you all the live action as it's happened today. I can just tell you that Hungerford was 3, Chesham were 0 was the score that we had. Farnborough have scored 4, so Farnborough 4-0 up, Carshalton 3-0 up. Just as the last of the Slough players get a round of applause from the directors here in the directors box. The Slough management team just talking to the referee about what we don't know, maybe some of the 50-50 decisions. But that for us is it tonight from the Valley Stadium. It hasn't ended well for the Rebels. They've finished it on the losing side 1-0, but it hasn't been a terrible game by any means. And Slough will go again on Saturday, and we'll be there. Mick, thank you very much for coming down.
Yeah, I shall be there next Tuesday if the FA Cup result goes the right way. And Neil Baker's still having words with the referee as he goes out. The referee's already told John to disappear down the tunnel, which he's done.
Yep, so we're going to sign off tonight. Right. So thank you all for listening very much. And again, if you can't make it, join us on Saturday. Thank you.
Good night.